Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back. We have the finals of the loser bracket here of the Sultans Cup today. Let me just open the brackets. And by the way, apologies for the delay in the stream start. There were some issues with pre-stream, so had to figure out a way to just make it work. So yeah, anyway, as you can see here, we have the last match remaining, which is 3-man Saw versus Team Agent. So both the teams actually have quite a lot of good players in them. We've got for 3-man Saw we have four, of course. I believe he's around 1800 now, 1900 either. Dranza, who's around 1200, I believe, and then they have that core gamer, who I believe is around 1000, and Alpha Omega, I think roughly similar, 900,000 either. And for Team Agent, of course, we have Doomster, who is, I believe, again around 1800 now, 1800 Elo. We've got Bomberman, who is 1400 Elo at this point. Apart from that, let me just check this. Give me a second. So yeah, as usual, I have unfortunately forgotten who are playing in Team Agent. If anybody in the chat is available, so of course we have Bomberman and Doomster. Apart from that, we've got who are the other two? Right. So we have Attila Chewingham, of course, and right. We had Harrenwalk, which is the other player that I couldn't quite place. Unfortunately, I don't believe Harrenwalk has played a single match in this tournament yet. Not even a single game for that matter. So yeah, it's the potato Bomberman. So Attila and Harren, and of course Bomberman and Doomster. So he left the game. That is unfortunate. What game did he leave AOE 2 for? And by the way, I have my co-caster with me as well. We've got Gravity today. So hey man, welcome.
Hey, hey man. Hello
So
guys, hello stream.
yeah,
Sorry about that.
yeah man. I believe you had cast, I think, in the early group stages. So since then you've basically been MIA, usually just
Yeah,
talking in the chat rather than giving your
yeah, hanging around in the chat. True.
exactly, yeah. So anyways, we've got the home maps here for 3-man Saw. It is Four Lakes and Serengeti. And for agents, we have Team Islands and Golden Pit. So, of course, now we can take a look at the Civ
Uh,
draft as well.
I think Dranzer is saying that it is echoing for him.
Is it? Indian wala echo.
So I think it is a problem with your stream, to be honest. Like it's
Yes,
capturing me twice.
yes. I think this
Maybe it
should
should
have
have
fixed
fixed.
it. If somebody in the chat can just verify.
Yeah, it is echoing.
No, but I think it should stop now.
Hello, mic testing. Yeah, I cannot hear any echo. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I think the people in the chat have just gone to sleep. Okay, yeah, so it's better now.
Hmm.
Cool. So yeah, let's just go to the Civ draft then. And yeah, of course, on the left we have Transer playing for three-man Saw, and on the right we have Doomster, of course, for Team Agent. So yeah, as usual, let's just fast forward this so we can talk about the picks here. And okay, so we've got the first ban, which is Tatars. Tatars being banned. Any
Hmm.
explanation that you can think of?
Tatars. I don't believe it's a really good ban. I mean, it is a ban nevertheless, but the thing is
Right,
that
right.
the Tatars have already been nerfed. So I would say banning Britons first would be much more effective. Maybe they have misclicked it somehow.
Uh,
But yeah, I don't think they didn't want to play against the cavalry archer of Tatars. Maybe that could be the reason.
Fair
Maybe the
enough.
cavalry archer was interested.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So after that, we have Doomster, who's banned Mongols and Lithuanians. Now, looking at the home maps, so we've got Serengeti and I believe it's Four Lakes, right? Yeah, so it's Serengeti and Four Lakes for three-man Saw. And Serengeti, of course, makes sense. You want to ban Mongols because they can do the early scouts rush or whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Serengeti, it's extremely difficult to wall off anyway. So,
And so can the Lithuanians. They have a really deadly bonus
exactly.
with 150 food first.
Right, right. So I think both the bands are they geared towards Serengeti alone? We've got Bomberman in the chat. Maybe you can just give us some idea.
I I believe that Lithuanians are also good in 3v3 because of the extra bonus that I get with the relics,
Right,
and
right.
they become really deadly if they are untouched.
Ah,
And given that they are playing against a player like Fur, he's 19xx and he can pull off those kind of tricks. So it is fair enough for these guys to ban with this one.
okay. And after that, we've got three men so who have banned Britons here. So the first pick actually goes to the guest, so which I guess makes sense that they did not want to play against the Britons, so they just banned it rather than letting Agent get the first pick of Britons, I suppose.
True, true. Britain's ban is a really good one.
Hmm.
It's a standard one and it is a must, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I mean, usually what people used to do is they used to just ban Indians, but now, with Indians being nerfed, it does not make a lot of
Yeah,
sense to
we all
ban
we
them.
all know what happened to our civilization.
Yeah, exactly. It was too overpowered, I guess. So yeah, after that, the first pick, of course, goes to the guest. So Doomsday has picked Ethiopians here. Again, a very good archer save, and
Hmm.
with the age up eco bonuses that they get on the food and the gold, they can be
Hmm.
pretty deadly. So
Yeah.
they've got Ethiopians. The second pick again is for the guest. So that would be the Mayans, which of course we can see here that has been stolen by three-man Saw.
Hmm.
So Ethiopians and Mayans, two very good archer civs for them. The third pick is for the host. So what they did was they just picked Vietnamese, three-man
Hmm.
Saw, and Franks after that.
Hmm.
So two cavalry
So,
civs versus one cavalry. Two archer civs versus one archer civ and one cavalry civ.
hmm. I
And
would say in this scenario, picking two archer civ is a good thing, in my opinion, because a cavalry civ, you can find one cavalry civ out of 15 that are available,
right.
and finding two when the first guy has already gone for the first two picks, the other guy has already gone for the first two, it would be much harder picking after that.
Right, right, right. So we've got the Franks for three-man. So after that, agents have picked Persians and Vikings. So
Hmm.
Persians, of course, pretty good civ on four lakes. Extremely good. I mean, on
Yeah,
any hybrid maps.
yeah,
So they've got
yeah.
Persians, they've got Vikings, which makes a lot of sense on. I mean, more so on team islands, but even on hybrid maps, with the dock bonus and everything.
Yeah, they're an all-round set, to be honest. As a
Exactly.
flank, they have the Arbalesters and
Right.
Siege, which are pretty deadly,
Hmm.
and their eco also gives them the same advantage to go to the Siege and Arbalest much quicker than the other sets.
Hmm. So yeah, we got Persians and Vikings for agent. After that, we have Portuguese and Khmer for three-man Saw. So Portuguese, I assume, is for team islands, which is possibly the one map where I would personally pick Portuguese because apart from that, I don't really see Portuguese being that good. That you would want to pick it like in your first three picks.
Well, I would defer in that because Portuguese, given that the civs have already been picked here, Ethiopians, Mayans, and Britons have been banned,
Hmm.
Mongols have been banned. Portuguese is a good save pick because of the Saracens nerf, and this is a new patch, and Portuguese do have that gold advantage in the
But
long term. And
the advantage is always there, right? So I mean
yeah,
that's not something new.
true, true, and also the LOS bonus that they get,
Ah,
the
yeah.
line of sight, shared line of
Right,
sight.
right, right. Shared line of sight, exactly.
In a 3v3, that would make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, after that we've got Saracens and Berbers for Agent. So Saracens, of course, with the nerf these days, so the archers aren't as powerful. But then we don't have maps like Hideout, where people might uh, try to go for a fast castle, a naked fast castle, or rather, without any sort of military, and get their walls shot down by Saracen archers. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, even otherwise, Saracens are still extremely good. They get their fully upgraded obelisks, plus they have camels. So,
And now that their camels are really good,
hmm,
I would say Saracens could also be played as a cavalry side.
exactly. So you've got Saracens and you've got Berbers for Agent. So I mean, as I was saying earlier, they went with two archer civs initially, but now they have two very good cavalry civs here in the form of Saracens and Berbers. And on the other side, so I mean, we didn't discuss Khmer, but of course, Three Man Sword do have Khmer now. They've got Japanese, again, extremely good on hybrid maps, and they've got Italians. So I think Italians is a standard pick for Team Island. So they just ended up getting it.
Yeah,
And
they were just preparing water.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, after that, we've got Byzantines, Koreans, and Slavs for Agent. And on the other side, we have Chinese, Huns, and Bulgarians. So
Byzantines, Koreans, I think they are in complementary with the Berbers, trying to get to the Team Islands gameplay.
exactly, yeah.
And Huns, Chinese, I would think they are planning for Serengeti, Huns and Chinese, because Huns are really good. Say when coming to the cavalry production,
Mm-hmm.
they have a really good bonus. And if you outrun the enemy in scout production early on in the feudal age, which a guy can do, uh, it is good to have Huns in it.
Mm-hmm. And Bulgarians, I don't know, it sort of like I feel, they could have thought about spamming a bunch of crepos or whatever inside the pit. So Bulgarians might be a pick for Golden Pit. I don't
Yes,
know.
Bulgarians. Yeah, you're right on that one. I think Bulgarians is aimed towards the Golden Pit. Yeah, taking over the land and stuff,
Hmm. And
capturing all the gold.
so after that for Agent, we've got Magyars, Malians, and Aztecs. And on the other side, we've got Malay, Incas, and Celts. So Magyars again extremely good. They get their early power spike on each age up. They've got extremely good cavalry archers also, by the way, and they have access to paladins. So
True, true.
that's a very good sim.
I would say Magyars is a really good pick when compared to all the other picks that they have in the cavalry lineup that they have. Persians, Slavs, Saracens, Berbers. They do have some decent bonuses, but Magyars, on the other hand, have a really good feudal age bonus with the
Exactly.
scout. So the aggression would be much better.
And yeah, no chance. Just give us a minute, man. We have the Swift draw, so might as well just get it done with. And okay, so Malay maybe for Team Islands. I don't know. Makes
Yeah,
sense on Team Islands, with the harbors and the infinite fish traps or whatever. So that is there. Incas, Celts, Celts of course do have access to paladins, but unfortunately they don't get bloodlines. So
But I would think Celts were supposed to be used on Team Islands. And if the draft is like this, maybe if they have to pick Japanese first, they can go for Celts in Team Islands.
right.
And what is the fifth map that they have chosen? Transfer.
So they've got Four Lakes and Serengeti for 3-man
So
sword.
like, oh, right. So yeah, Celts is also a good map and a good save to play water because of the wood bonus that they have.
Exactly.
So maybe they can use it in this thing as well, 4 legs.
Okay, and finally we've got Turks, Cumans, and Goths for Agent, and on the other side we've got Teutons, Spanish, and Indians. So these almost seem like arena picks, but like I mean we don't have arena right in the
Yeah.
draft, so
I would say they are just the leftovers that they
exactly.
they
So I
just
mean
manipulated.
pick whatever was still available and was reasonably like good. So yeah,
True.
makes sense. And after that, it seems, yeah, so the host gets the first steal, which is Transer. So what they've done, 3-man saw, is that they've stolen Mayans from Agent, and in exchange, what Agent has done is they've stolen Vietnamese.
Yeah.
So
So an archer for an archer. I would say
exactly.
that be
But I mean, in this, I would say, three man saw basically got a better save. They got Mayans and they lost Vietnamese, which is, I mean, not that big of a deal.
Vietnamese is also a stronger serve in comparison to Mayans because of the nerve that Mayans already got right now. I would say
Uh,
because Imperial scums are already out skilling, out teching, to be honest, the Mayan elite scums.
right.
So
But I mean, how
so
often do you actually have scoms in a team game, right? So, I mean, that is
I would
my
I
personal
would say
thinking.
terms would also play in the post Imperial age, but I think yeah.
Okay. Because I mean, from my side personally, I would just think that having eagles would be a better thing compared to say imp scoms. I mean, which is
Yeah, you're
sort of
right.
what you're
Yeah,
trading, right?
yeah. It
So
is also a gold intensive unit, so
yeah, but then I mean, it's a team 3v3 format, right? So if you don't have
true.
access to gold, it's your own mistake. So I mean, anyways, yeah, let's go to the first game, and we should see what thinking these guys are doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm already in game. Let me just load up the overlay and
Yeah, so am I. I'm paused at 1 second. So
same
just
here, yeah. So let's go live in three, two, one, go.
go.
Okay, so we have Dranzer who's playing as the Franks. I assume he's the pocket. So
Mhm.
Fur, boat is Fur, I believe, yeah. So Fur is playing as the Mayans, and on the other side in red we have Zatcore Gamer who's playing as the Incas.
Mhm.
So I mean Zatcore, not that big of a mistake, but he basically built two houses, which is something that you don't need with the Incas, right? They get the extra pop space
Yeah, yeah,
for their
true.
houses. So I mean, fair
It's
enough.
a matter of a habit,
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. And
yeah.
so on the other side, we've got Attila Chewingham who's playing as the Vietnamese. The pocket, I assume, will be Bomberman. Yeah, exactly. So it's Bomberman playing as the Magyars. And finally, Doomster, he's playing as the Ethiopians.
Mhm.
So some extremely good civs, man.
I expected Bomberman to go Persians, but I think they're saving the Persians for the Four Lakes and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
So they're
exactly.
picking Magyars, which is also a really good save,
Hmm.
given that their aggression comes on very early in feudal age.
And we've got Attila who's playing as the Vietnamese. So I do expect Doomster to go forward and, try for some form of gaming.
Mm. True, true.
And
Which which is expected from him.
yeah, but I
Given
mean,
that he,
the issue for him might be that he's going to be playing against Four.
Mm.
So it might not be as straight as with I mean how he's usually had it, where it might be a player who's say a 13 or a 1400 EZO player against whom I assume Doomsday would be able to do better compared to let's say against Four. But
Right, right.
yeah, I mean let's
Burr
see.
is the kind of a guy who can really excel in the scout micro, and I would say going against Burr with laming is gonna be a suicide. You'll also gonna lose your eco behind, and that will also affect you in the long run.
Okay, and
So
yeah, so
now we have some pings. Who has pinged it? I think yeah, it was yo. So we have Vietnamese, and Vietnamese guy already pinged first location, and Doomster has already
yeah,
started going
Doomsday was
towards that.
already heading towards the TC.
Mhm. And looking on the other sides, we don't see any aggression right now with the scouts from the Vietnamese guy. So he's just trying to be defensive.
And
And
okay, so
yeah,
Bomberman I think is just heading directly towards the pocket. Is that it?
oh man, is he?
Sorry, not Bomberman. I meant Doomstar. Okay, Doomstar's
True.
heading back.
I do think he's trying to find the board because he has already known the location of the TC and he doesn't want to run into it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
he's trying to locate the board.
But I mean, Fur has done a smart thing here. He's just brought both of them in immediately. So,
Hmm.
to make sure that Doomstar does not try and get any sort of advantage.
Yeah, true, true. Knowing that your opponent is already trying to lane, then
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
a good choice to get your boards pretty early. And I do see that Eagle Scout is having a low HP. I wonder why though. Did he run into the TC? Maybe.
Fur might have, yeah. But now he's sort of trying to. I think he got hit by the one of the villagers from Doomstar. I don't know.
A little bit. I've seen that. That was a one lonely
But
villager. She was chopping
but yeah, I
wood
mean
and
that's unfortunate.
trying to do.
I think if
Oh, look at
he
this.
had full HP on his Eagle Scout, he might have been able to aim. But now I think he's just trying to make sure that Doomster loses a lot of
Yeah,
HP on his villager,
he's trying to lame the villager itself. So
and Doomster actually.
oh, he does get the last hit as well.
Yep.
So that's a kill for him, isn't it? Let's check. Yeah, yeah, it is a kill for him. So he's already leading in the Dark Age with the kills.
Yeah. And okay, we've got uh, okay, so we have Attila who's trying to attack one of Zatkor's
Yeah.
gamers villagers, and Zatkor unfortunately still does not have Loon. So
Mhm.
if he's not careful, he'll.
Well, he's losing a lot of HP in that progress, and that
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think that would be unnecessary for him to do that. Nevertheless, he wanted to go for it. He just denied that villager from the wood line. I would say it's a win-win for him. And going back on the pockets, they all seem to have a really good eco. They're pushing the deer, and Bomberman is now pushing his second deer. Same with Granzer. So nothing big over there. Now that we have a barracks coming from boat, let's see if it's a brush. He's
Hmm.
going two villages on goal, so it won't be a brush. It would be a men at arms for sure,
Yeah.
given that he's Mayans as well.
Hmm. Meanwhile,
Doomster is on
Bomberman, of course, has quit up already.
barracks. Hmm. True, true. On the other side, both Incas and Chewing Gum, both of them are opting for barracks again. I believe that both of them are opting for
Oh,
men at arms.
yeah. So that core just lost his scout to Attila's TC,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
that
And,
was unfortunate. The house, that's a mistake.
yeah. And okay,
So,
so we
oh,
we have a militia, at least one militia, more obviously being made, maybe
okay.
not. Yeah, but we've got one militia inside first barracks, and
Yeah.
Doomster's of course just patrolling over there.
I wonder why he's not creating more militia from that barracks. Maybe it's because he saw the Doomster has already seen the rush coming,
Yeah, possibly.
or the men at arms coming. Hmm. So you can directly shift into archers in this point. Oh, look at that. He just, oh, he deployed that militia on the other direction, scaring that scout over there. That's a
Yeah.
good move. Now Doomster has to find the rush where it is going, and Doomster doesn't know if that is one militia or two.
Yeah, but Bomberman's already forward with his first scout. I assume he's making more scouts, of course. So,
Mhm. And I see
yeah,
Dranzer scouts sitting idle in Attila's base. So Dranzer want to play on that side, and Attila wants to play on first side. So they want to double the highest elo player right now. Oh, that he's gonna lose that scout. Ah, that's a mistake. I mean, it is out of the range. I think the leg of the scout or the tail of the scout is inside the range, and the TC started shooting it. But yeah, and Boat actually takes down that horse, the scout from
yeah.
Doomster. I don't know
And
how that happened.
yeah, so we've got Doomster with his man-at-arms already going forward.
Hmm.
And Fur, of course, isn't aimed at this. Is not walled at this point. My bad. So yeah, I mean he's just hoping for his archers to save him,
Hmm.
and he's already quick walled his
Or also
berries.
knows that it is coming. He's already small wall.
Uh
So I would say, yeah, it is a good walling for him.
oh, by the way, we've got Ratcore gamers archery range being denied over here.
Archery tonight. True, true. I
Yeah.
didn't see that. Yeah. There are three men at arms over there. I wonder what Latko's men at arms were doing at that point. Were they even created?
I don't think he went for man-at-arms, and he's
True.
being pushed off the berries as well now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
That's going to hurt his economy a lot
oh
because of the
man,
delay
yeah.
from the archery range, and also he wouldn't be having any food to sustain his
Yeah,
upgrades.
and there's this other fact. I mean, he's sort of quick-walled his lumberjacks, but I mean they are completely idle at this point, and
Oh, yeah, yeah. True, true.
there's absolutely no
Lumberjacks are really
walling on his gold. So yeah, if
I
Attila
think it is a
can
panic situation for him right now,
definitely, yeah.
given that the men at arms are in his base. So
And
yeah,
meanwhile, Doomster's heading towards Ranzer's TC. I think he might lose at least one
yeah.
man-at-arms here.
Lose one, lose one.
Okay,
Yeah, he lost one.
so that's one down for him, and Dranza actually has a pretty awful gold, by the way, in the front. So, I mean, unless Dranza
Hmm.
manages to wall up, which is usually not something that can be said about Dranzer. So
Hmm.
Dranzer might
Yes,
have issues.
I don't normally appreciate pockets walling off that quickly because you would be stopping your aggression by doing that. Your villagers have to be working all the time.
Hmm,
You know,
hmm, hmm.
the scouts have to be in the battlefield. Yeah, they are the first line of defense for any army that is going
Yeah,
forward.
but talking
So
about scouts, Bomberman scouts seem to be doing a shitload of damage. He's already got
yeah,
one of two villagers from four now,
two villagers right now. Yeah,
and
and archers. Okay, the archers are cleaning up the remaining scout, and we don't see any scout coming from Granzer on this side, but all the scouts are doing a lot of damage over to Attila's side.
yeah, but I mean, Dranzer's having to basically make sure that Latkur doesn't die completely. So his scouts are
Hmm.
here just, trying to make sure that Latkur can get a
Oh,
second
wow.
range down, which he does finally.
Yeah, both of the sides, it's bit of a massacre for the scouts, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah, Granzer is actually getting something out of it, but Bomberman, he just threw a lot of HP on the scouts and also another scout
yeah,
for
but
nothing.
Dranzer's about to have a nasty surprise because we've got Doomster with his seven archers heading directly towards Dranzer's base. So,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's not walled, his fold is exposed.
yeah.
What does he even have against these archers? With fletching and stuff, these scouts are never gonna stand any chance there. Meanwhile, at Attila's base, Attila is actually microing and clearing out the aggression from Rathkot. And Doomster has just arrived at the goal. Let's see how many villages he can pick off.
So, I mean, here's the thing. Attila actually has better archers compared to. Sorry, Ratkur has better archers compared to Attila over here because Attila does not have any upgrades on his archers. And meanwhile,
True.
Ratkur at least has fletching. Of course, he does not have the numbers, so I expect him to get hit extremely hard.
But
Even
I want to talk about that later, I would say, because the Vietnamese have a bonus that actually makes their archers have +1 PSO
right, right,
compared
right.
compared to the other generic archers. So in Dranzer's base, we see some cleanup from um, Doomster. I think Doomster is triumphing over this one. Uh, Meanwhile, Fur is also switching over to Bomber, while Bomber is already full walled. I don't think Boat is gonna find any villager pickoffs here. While Doomster is actually keeping the villagers idle, he killed all the scouts. He's also gonna get some villager kills there.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So at this point, if you're looking at the eco kills, Drancer's lost four villagers already. Fur has lost four. Bomberman
Yeah.
has killed five, and Doomstar has killed four.
Mm, true.
So I mean,
Bomberman is also dealing a lot of damage in the third phase. So he has 9 scouts,
hmm,
which I believe they don't have any upgrades, but apart from the +1 Magyar attack. But all in all, they're having a really good numbers there, dealing a lot of
yeah,
damage,
but I
handling
mean,
a lot of eco.
Ratkor is close to dead at this point. He's got just three archers. Drancer has zero military at this point,
Hmm.
and Doomstar, of course, is not letting Drancer collect gold in peace. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless Drancer manages to get a tower up, he has. I mean, okay, he's got a safe gold at the back, which
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Doomstar has spotted yet.
Hmm.
Oh, he has
Looking at
actually.
the fog of war, yeah, he has spotted it. I think he doesn't know that he has gone there because he doesn't
Yeah.
see any mining camp over there. Looking at Boat's eco, he's having a really good time of his life, and Grancer is up to Castle Age.
Yeah, so Drancer's
Okay.
up to Castle Age. I think Bomberman's just about to click up. Same with Attila. And
Right, right.
yeah, I mean, that core,
And
man.
here comes 12 scouts from Bomberman into the Castle Age guy. Hmm. He can clear with the initial 2 knights, but still, he's gonna have to idle a lot of eco there.
And yeah, I think at this point, Drancer's gold villagers at the back will be spotted. Because Bomberman's
Yeah.
heading towards the back. I think he just wants to get some more scouting done.
Hmm.
Uh, and
I don't think we have seen any flares coming from Doomster saying that there's a back code or anything like that. So I
yeah,
believe that
not
they
yet at least.
know that what is happening, but they didn't have
And
any time to react there,
oh
since the
man.
knights have already started dealing with the scouts there.
Yeah, so I think Bomberman just threw all his scouts away. He's still got
Oh,
four
you
scouts.
haven't seen the attack of Boat in this guy's base, Attila's base. He has managed to get into Attila's base. So he's gonna lose a few villagers. I think
Oh,
he might
yeah.
have lost a villager there.
But
But Fur ended up losing his army there. The
yeah,
wall of
exactly. And Doomster is patrolling with his archers here. I think he's just pulling them back, wants to get to Castle Age, do the
Hmm.
upgrades, and then go forward.
True, true. Since the pocket has already reached Castle Age, he
Yeah.
doesn't want to engage with those small numbers.
And
So
I mean, a smart thing here, what Doomster has done is just put a tower on his forward gold. So,
yeah,
rather
because
than
his gold
having,
is exposed.
exactly, yeah. So, rather than having that nuisance later on, like 10, 15 archers just camping outside and trying to build a
Yeah.
tower at that point, he did the smart thing and he just did it
Hmm.
preemptively.
Also, given that the mining camp is also close to the stone, he can just put one villager to get that
Exactly, yeah.
30 stone back for a defense. And looking at the pocket's ecos, I'd say Magyars and Dranzer's eco is really fairly good.
So, I mean, here's the thing. Dranzer actually has 12 knights. Bomberman does not have any knights at this point. I mean, he just got to Castle Age, of course, but yeah, I mean, so he's going for three stables, I assume, because his numbers just jumped up.
Yeah,
So, yeah, that's
right.
three stable production for Bomberman. Meanwhile, Dranzer already at 12 knights. But then Dranzer is just not really doing anything. He's sending his knights, I think, to protect Zatkur. Is that it? Or is he deciding to go forward now?
He's just running blindly into a fog of war. I don't think he realizes that his flank is moving forward, Fur is moving forward there. I think he should be positioned with those archers over there. Because you see the Magyars also have the +2 attack, and these
Hmm.
archers are going to be very easy to be dealt with.
So yeah, nine knights at this point for Bomberman. Bomberman loses, I think, two wills.
Hmm.
And okay, so Bomberman does have the +2 upgrade on his knights now, which means, of course, that Four's entire ball of archers here is about to die
Yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah, Bomberman has
These
just
these
pulled all his
six
knights.
these six knights are going to be able to clear.
Yeah, yeah,
8 knights. Yeah, they're gonna be able to clear.
yeah.
Hmm.
And we have Doomster
Now,
moving
oh,
forward, by the way.
Doomster's ball of army is
Yeah.
going forward.
Okay, but
He
why is
seems.
he pulling it back? I don't understand there.
I think Dranzer has also joined the fight there, so he wanted
Ah,
to
okay,
clean
okay,
that
yeah,
army
yeah.
out without
Right,
having
right,
any
right.
nuisance, without losing any more knights there. Hmm. All in all, it's going fairly good. So we have Attila moving out with his own archers. He's also
Oh man.
in Castle Age, and his crossbow upgrades is going to be kicking in
Yeah,
pretty soon.
because Drancer does not have the second armor upgrade on his knights. So
Hmm.
Bomberman can easily take this.
Yeah,
Bomberman
this
plus
fight is
Doomster.
in favor.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
is in
they
favor.
both have the numbers advantage here. We've got Bomberman with 13 knights. Compare that to Drancer, who's got just 3 knights over here. And this massive ball of archers, yeah. So Fur's army is practically just wiped out at this point. I mean, he still
True.
has military at his base, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, nothing
So
that is forward.
these ball of archers that Fur is losing are gonna be snowballed into a massive ball for Doomster, to be
Hmm.
honest. That case, it would be a really big disaster
Yeah,
for Pocket
and
because
okay,
uh,
Attila is also moving inside Zatkor's base. Zatkor,
yeah.
unfortunately, is still not in Castle Age yet. Loses
Mhm.
two wills.
Yeah, he found two villager kills and he's now moving towards the goal there. Yeah, preemptively moving out from the goal. That's a good call. Transfer moving in with his army to clean that out. And again, we have Bomberman and Doomster together moving into first base. Pretty much disaster on both sides.
Yeah,
But I think Attila's army would be fairly cleaned if Ranzer gets his armor upgrade here. Yeah,
but I
but
mean,
they're engaging pretty soon. Hmm. That's a bad call. He's gonna lose a lot of army here if he micros it properly. Yeah, there goes 4 knights. And inside first base, we see a lot of damage being dealt. Three villages being killed,
yeah,
a lot of army being killed. But I really don't understand why they're diving so far into
exactly.
the
Yeah,
field.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if Bomberman had say maybe 10 more nights, it might have made sense. But at this point, I mean, you can just see, right? Bomberman lost his entire ball of knights here, and Doomster is
Yeah,
fighting under a TC, which,
that
yeah,
is a very bad call. And on the other side, Attila's army is pretty much clean, but he has done a very clever move. He has picked off those villagers. So in all, the damage that he has taken will be nullified. by the amount of villages that he has killed. And
So,
again, Doomster losing his ball of army, which should have been deadly for Transer if they have moved into Transer's base. But yeah, they're gonna lose it all. That's gonna be a massive swing in favor of first team here.
yeah, because Latkur and Dranza, I think, are about to head towards Atida's base. Uh,
Hmm.
Dranza
Now
has,
they realize that yeah, Transer is playing on that side, so they
yeah.
might probably have to hit Transer now.
And okay, now we have Doomstar heading towards Dranza. But I mean, Dranza has how many knights left? I think that's 4 or 5. Yeah, so that's 5 knights. And I think Doomstar is making a mistake here.
Hmm. True, true. But he's still in the fog of war. If he remains in the fog, oh no, no, no. No. He's gonna lose that army
Yeah.
there. Okay, all in all, it's just a ball of 8 archers. I would say he's still taking a lot of
Yeah, he's
damage.
still getting some bill kills over
Yeah.
here. So, fair enough.
He okay. He killed 3 villages there. Yeah. All in all, it's a good throw.
I mean, you have, man, there's massive balls of military here. So Attila has 30 crossbows.
Mm-hmm.
Latkur pulls back. He's got 30 crossbows as well. What about the
Mm-hmm.
upgrades? So, oh, surprisingly, Latkur does not have any armor upgrade on his crossbows.
Mm-hmm.
Compare
Oh,
that
well,
to,
the Vietnamese guy has 2 armors.
yes, exactly.
Consider that. Oh
Man,
my
that
god.
this is just a
That's gonna be
massive throw
deadly
here.
for Incas to be honest.
Yeah.
Looking at Tranz's army count, he has 12 knights, 22 knights, while this guy, Bomber, has about how many? That's 14, 15 knights, but with a lot of upgrades on those knights, with +2 and
Yeah.
a lot of numbers from Doomster as well.
Yeah, but we have Fur joining the fight as well now. And he's
Yeah. And he has got the
fighting from
upgrade.
the hill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
exactly.
This is gonna be a very bad fight, considering that Tranzer is already hitting the archers there, and those archers gonna go down. The main powerhouse of the army is going down over there.
But
On the other hand, the Vietnamese guy has lost the fight.
yes,
Okay,
I just noticed, but I mean, that battle was pretty
what
riveting as well.
happened? I mean, okay, I don't want to question DE things. I think something might have happened over there. Maybe he mismicroed it, and or Latko have actually microed it better. Yeah. And coming back towards this fight over here, Fur is gonna lose his army ball right now. More knights joining in the fight, and with all the upgrades that they have, they are gonna clean out the army over there.
So, I mean, at this point, neither player looks like, or rather, neither pocket looks like, they're anywhere close to Imperial Age. But we might see a castle at some point by Doomster. Because he's got 5 villagers on stone, and he already has 550 stone.
Yeah, he's gonna have to capture those hills over there because
Yeah,
the hill in front of Fur's base is gonna be
exactly.
a really is gonna give a really strategic advantage to Doomster. And if Fur, on the other hand, wanted to castle there, he can also have another castle denying it. So yeah,
I mean,
it's gonna be a really good
if
strategic
Ferg
point.
goes for a very ballsy castle, right next to Doomster's barracks, he can actually
True.
deny Doomster's stone and his gold at the same time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, pretty opportunistic, but I mean, you
Yeah.
never know, right? Oh, and just as I was saying this, we already have four who has clicked up to Imperial Age, by the way.
Yeah. The Mayan Eco shining over there. So he already has about 94 villagers. Has a flank that is really good. And his archers also moving in from behind, picking off some villages there. Although he is going into Imperial Age, he knows that this ball of army is not going to be much of a use. So he's trying to deal a lot of damage with this army, trying to be a prick and Doomster's ass.
Yeah, but okay, so Doomster dropped the castle, sort of where I was getting at, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a good castle to be honest. He's gonna have a really good castle advantage to trap the castle down if Fur decides to go for a castle on that one.
And okay, so Forge just loses his crossbows that he had sent towards the
Mhm.
back.
So he has already dealt the damage. He has made Bomberman come back into his base and try to help him. Meanwhile, Drancer is having a good time getting back into the game with all that damage that he has taken in Feudal Age. He also has a lot of villagers, 101. So he's catching up with Fur as well. So all in all, the eco seems quite fair
Hmm.
on both the teams.
Yeah. And we
So
have.
I think they are going
Oh
to
man!
mangonels at
Yeah.
39 minutes, 40-minute mangonels, both of them. Latkor and Attila,
So that's
both
a
of
one
them
for
losing
one.
the
Yeah.
mangonels. Okay. That's an unnecessary investment, but yeah, we got something to see there.
So that's 43 crossbows for that core versus
Hmm.
27 for Attila.
Hmm. Yeah. I
And
think that loss over there that he has taken when then Latkot did not have the armor, that snowballed very quickly there.
yeah. But I
And
mean,
now he's gonna have castle on those gold mines. Okay, he doesn't have any gold. He only has one gold pile, which is very far away from his base. Attila, he has a gold pile in the corner, but that's only three gold
yeah.
piles.
So I think that core is. I mean, he even has a mine on one of his secondary goals, and he can, I assume, see his other gold. Yeah. So he can, and instead, what he decides to do is place a forward castle. But I love that castle, man.
Hmm. It's gonna deny a lot of things.
Yeah.
The
Uh,
position he needs to hold that position, and he also have to be careful about the trebs that are going to come up on his base.
Yeah, I mean,
So
at this point, the only consolation for Attila is that he is like he has already clicked up to Imperial. Oh, I believe, yeah. So he's just about to get to Imperial,
but
but
I don't think he has enough stone to get a castle there.
not yet. I mean, he's
Or
put
does he?
7 villagers on stone, so at some point, yeah, we will see the castle come up. But I mean, on the other side, okay, so Doomster's castle is actually getting trapped down.
Getting treb, yeah. So there are arbalists on both the sides, and if you see Bomber, he has a very massive army.
Oh yeah,
That's 36 knights with full upgrades, and
and
soon to be cavalier.
exactly, yeah.
So I would say all of this army will be getting cleared if Transfer does not have the Cavalier upgrade soon, which I don't think is going to come out very soon.
No, no, Dranzer does not have the cavalry
He's not even
upgrade.
an Imperial
Yeah,
yet.
yeah,
It's not going to come.
exactly. Okay, so
Mm.
4 is now
Look at the
going
castle.
for another
Yeah,
castle here.
that's a pretty late castle to be honest. He should have made the first castle over there,
Hmm.
given the Krebs that little bit of advantage of the hill. He would have taken that castle way early.
But
And now he has to deal with the Cavaliers until
oh
the Krebs are going to
man,
go down.
yeah. I think this is a game deciding battle over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's nothing that Four can do with his Arbalests versus these Cavaliers and these Arbalests from Doomster.
But if you closely look at it, Fur has strategically placed those Arbalists on the uphill position, given that extra damage on those Cavaliers on the downhill.
Oh,
And yeah, the castle will go up, and the castle of Doomster will go down. So that's a big thing for. That's a very big loss for Team Agent. A very good fight for Team Fur,
but I
given the
think
state of Prancer.
yeah, but I
Oh,
mean at this point, Bomberman's completely boomed. He's got 130 villagers, 0 idols, and I think yeah, he can just keep pumping Cavaliers at this point.
true.
Cavaliers,
He's got
Paladins.
castles on both the sides. His base is defended, well defended, and now he can now decide to go into Drance's base and
Yeah.
clean his eco.
And we have Attila who's also moving towards that course base.
With Arbalesters, yeah.
Exactly.
So that tech advantage for Vietnamese, they have that very high HP Arbalesters taking fights against these very low HP and without any upgrades. These crossbowmen,
Uh,
they're gonna mess.
wait, does Attila not have ballistics yet?
Does he?
Okay, he has a
Okay, he doesn't.
university, but I believe he does not have ballistics.
Maybe it's because of the lag. I do feel a
Oh yeah,
little bit of lag
possibly. Yeah,
in the game.
because these guys did have issues with lag. Finding a common server that worked for everybody was, I think, it was difficult because I just came to know.
Yeah, true.
So
Oh, there goes down. There goes a, a bombard cannon.
yeah,
So I think Doomster is trying to go into bombard cannons to try and take out the traps. So the Ethiopians can pull off this one. Oh,
yeah, but I mean, yeah,
he's
just
giving those bombard cannons for free, man.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
like 2 bombard cannons right now. 500 gold. Ah. Okay, so the aggression from Attila is being backed off.
Yeah, but I mean, Dranzer is pretty much dead, man.
Yeah, looking at Dran's base, he's pretty much dead, to be honest.
Yeah, so I
He's
mean,
gonna lose a lot of eco here. He's gonna lose the TCs. He,
these are
I think
paladins
Bomber
now.
can complete. He has got Paladin as well.
Yep. So
He's
that's
got Paladin as well. Yeah.
so
And Frank Cavaliers, they only have the Castle Age upgrades, and even those upgrades are not complete. The Castle Age upgrades are not complete, and he does not even have the numbers to fight against
yeah.
this. He's gonna lose the eco, and in turn, he's not gonna get those upgrades anytime soon. We can see some raids going from Fur. He's raiding those gold miners on the middle from Bomberman. Uh, Doomster getting up his Arbalest numbers. And he's getting those bombard cannons to try and take out those trebs.
And there's this migration of Bomberman's villagers just standing on this hill.
True, yeah. It seems quite grim for Transer right now. So looking at the other side, we have a Mangonel and Arbalesters from Incas. So Incas wants to push this side because they know that their pocket is dead. Now they have to deal some damage, or they're gonna be out of the game pretty soon. We also have plumed archers from Mayans. They're not elite, and I don't think they would be
Uh,
elite. Yeah, they are
no,
gonna
no,
be elite. They are
he
gonna be
is
elite
going for
enough.
the upgrade, yeah.
The tech is already being researched, and we have a lot. Okay, there's a lot of trebs going down from Attila.
Yeah.
He's giving up all these trebs for free, man. Both of these players, the Doomster and Attila, they're giving up all
Yeah.
their siege for free.
But I mean, if you look at the eco, there's a difference of 100 villagers here. Agent is at 370 villagers. Compare that to 3 Manso who's on 271, 272.
Well, that's a pretty huge lead, to be
Yeah,
honest.
because I mean, Drancer's at just 71 villagers. Next to no military. Whatever he has is going down, and he's gone into light cab now. And I mean, it's Frank light cab, so I mean, not even anything
True.
special.
There goes all his bombard cannons again. Oh my god. He has at least invested 2,000 gold in these bombard cannons till now. 2,000 gold. Imagine that. Wow. And we also see the markets coming up from Team Agent. All of their players have dropped their markets. So we could see some trade starting up soon.
So
While on the other hand, we only have markets from Fur.
for yeah, exactly. Oh, but
Even
we've
though,
got Zatkor who's getting raided by Attila. So Attila's gone
yeah,
into light cav. I did see the armor upgrade for cavalry coming in, and I thought it might have been a misclick, but yeah, I mean, such a
yeah,
nice
given
move
given
here.
the state of Attila right now, he does not have gold to spare any arbalest here. If he
Yeah.
loses that ball of arbalest, he cannot make more. So it is wise for him to go for the raids and keep these guys on their toes, while from the other side, Bomber and Doomster will have ample time to push these two out of the game. Man, Fur is doing an excellent job defending two guys at once.
Hmm. But I mean, yeah, long term,
Okay,
I don't see these guys coming back,
Rancho
honestly.
building a house in panic where he should be building a mill there on the
And
bottom corner.
so we just saw Doomster sniping one of Dranzer's cavaliers with two bombard cannons, by the way. So
Oh,
yeah,
those are some efficient bomber cannons from him.
yeah.
Yeah.
And oh
So
man,
on the other side, the Incas guy is getting cleaned up. The scout cavalry and the arbalest that he has saved for a really good fight right now. So they are dealing a lot of damage there. If it were only light cav, I think the arbalesters might have taken those light cav down, but there are arbalesters of his own,
yeah.
so they are dealing a lot of damage there. And now this push is going to be stopped, and there is nothing from the Inca player to actually survive from this.
Yeah, so I mean, at this point, looking at the military numbers, it's 128 for Agent and 97 for 3 Manso.
And Boat Fur is also trying to tech into Halberdiers. I think
Hmm.
he has had enough of these paladins in his race, so now he has to tech into the Halberdiers. But I don't think he has the eco for that. He
Uh,
has 22 villages on food, and he does not have the land to expand into. Already, Dranzer is taking up all the land on the corner side, so it's going to be difficult for them. Now, Dranzer is coming up into light cav, so I think that is the only thing that he can afford for now, because the trade is not set up and all of his gold has been taken and been spent.
oh, but
So that is
we've got Fur who's inside Doomster's trade right now.
trade. Yeah. There are
And
plumes taking out the
yeah,
trade.
and he
He's
even
also
managed
managed to
to
deny the
deny
captain
that
here, but
cast.
I think
Yeah.
he's still gonna get it up. two castles defending the trade routes there. And if you see at the trade carefully, there's a lot of trade from
Yeah.
Team Agent.
Yep.
Well, the elite rooms will be dealt with right now, and the trade will continue. So looking at these armies from okay, Attila is also raiding Dranzer again. So Dranzer has to deal with all these light cav inside his base, so he cannot continue any pressure on Doomster. So Doomster will be having his trade coming back, and he's slowly gonna progress into Arbalest again.
I mean,
His
so
strength getting
there's
cleaned
this
up.
other thing. Dranzer, I think, lost two TCs when he was raided by Bomberman with his Cavalier slash Paladin. But I mean, after that, he has not made any new TCs. And I mean,
Yeah, he had made one TC. He has already placed another TC, but I think he should be placing more because he has a lot of villages, and he has
Yeah,
to be placed them
exactly.
anyhow.
I mean, he's still at 96 villagers, so it's, I mean, he's not like he's close to death, but yeah,
True,
maybe
true,
one more TC would have been useful.
true. Maybe he had some issues with the stone. Probably that might be the case. So now we have Hussar coming from Magyars. Okay, so I would say he has ample amount of castles there to produce Magyar Hussar, which are pretty more powerful than normal Hussar. But he still opted for Hussar because of the production building that he had.
Hmm.
So he's now gonna flood everyone's base with those Hussars on all sides. He's flooding Hussar into first base, into Dranzer, and also into the
Yeah,
Inca.
and we've got even Doomster going for scouts right now. Light Cav.
Yeah, I think they're trolling right now. I think they know that the game is gonna be
Yeah,
ended.
I mean,
So they want to do an all-in push on Dranzer and clean his eco. But Dranzer is doing a really good damage here. He's cleaning out the Hussar and the light cav raid. But what else can he do? What else can he
exactly.
do when
Yeah.
these guys starts to switch into the Paladins? Their trade is coming back. They don't have trade from Team Fur, the three-man saw, and yeah, the trade's really good from Team Agent.
And Attila has also completely wiped out Zatko's army. So Zatko had just 64 villagers, 5 military, and Attila, I think, once he gets inside Zatko's base now, there's nothing that he'll be
True.
able to do.
There is nothing that he can do. But Latkor has a lot of idols. He has 18 idols out of the 64 villages that he has. He's pretty much out of the game right now. But still, kudos to Fur. He's pushing again. He's still pushing,
Oh yeah,
and he's managed to push all the way into his eco, the food eco of Doomster.
Doomster.
So if
Yeah.
he can keep pushing this one, and if he can manage to do this, they might have a chance.
But I mean, I don't think so because it's just a matter of Bomberman switching focus from Dranzer to Fur, with his
Yeah.
light cav or whatever, and it's over.
But I thought his halberdiers are going to come pretty soon, but he does not have the goal to get that tech switch. That's pretty bad. I know those pikemen don't even have any armor upgrades. They are just +2 and +1 attack. Yeah.
Hmm. And
Hussar getting the base raise.
so, I mean, I was initially saying, how often do you see scoms? But we do
Yeah.
have Doomstar going for imp scoms right now.
True, true, true.
And
When you're focused on getting your trade up, sometimes you have to deny going into the gold units, specifically the Arbalesters, because they cost a lot of gold.
right.
So you can go for Imperial Skirms, keep those pressures at the bay, and then you can start making the
Yeah, but I
gold units.
mean,
with
this
gold
has
units.
completely nullified first push here.
Yeah,
So,
completely nullified. And as I said, these Imperial Skirms are going to deal a lot of damage because when you take the Imperial Skirms at the Elite Skirms, they have 7 attack for Elite Skirms and 8 attack from Imperial Skirms. That's 50% more damage to the light cap that they deal. So if you
and
see the light cap, they have 6 armor, and the Elite Skirms only do 1 damage, and the Imperial Skirms do 2 damage. That's 50% more.
and oh man, so we had these guys. Three man was starting trade. Unfortunately, Bomberman managed to get into that trade and stopped it before I think anything reached the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
man,
down. Even the light cap from Dranzer,
yeah,
yeah, they're one-shotting the light cap.
there's 53 imps cost.
I mean, my bad. It is not 50%. It is 100% damage least. Yeah. So it seems pretty much over right now.
But I mean, you know what? Bomberman. Si- okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go.
He
This
is.
is called.
There's not much these people can do once the pocket is dead. In any game, I would
Hmm.
feel that the pocket dying that quick into the Imperial Age is going to cost a lot for for the
Right.
players
Right.
on the flank, because the flank players have to deal with two kinds of armies which they are not prepared for. So if the time passes on and if they are going into the late Imperial Age, they might be having
Hmm.
halberdiers, but by
Right.
that time the pocket is all over in his base. He's gonna lose all the map control. He's gonna lose. The enemy is gonna get the trade first, and it's
Exactly.
gonna
Yeah.
be a disaster.
I mean, that
So
is something that I was just
stay.
about to say because Bomberman, I think, had around 2000 gold, and
Mhm.
I don't know what he spent the gold at the end for, but yeah, I mean, no gold units at the end, which, I mean, of course, he did not need
Mhm.
because three-man saw was wiped out at that point completely anyway.
True, true, true. I do believe that he had made a lot of Cavalier there because he had to defend from the Paladins in his base. So I think he has invested all of that into the Cavalier, the upgrades, the Cavalier upgrade, and the numbers. But it is too late for them since this guy has already cleaned up Fur's army and now he's proceeding into France's base. That is a clear disaster. All in all, it's a really fun match to see.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially,
pretty close game. I played to both the teams, so let's
yeah.
just take a look at the stats now.
Mhm. So looking at the society, Bomberman leading with 144 villagers. Mhm. It's a really good eco for him.
Hmm. And
And
Transer, even with
similar,
the Franks, cheaper castles did not make a single one.
yeah, that's the thing. He never had the opportunity to go for the castles.
Hmm.
Bomberman was all over his base, and he
Right.
didn't have that time or the opportunity to make castles. So he had to catch up in the army numbers. He had to catch up in the eco. I don't think he had the time to afford his villages onto stone.
And okay, here's something you don't see every day. Doomster with the almost the smallest military numbers. So
Oh,
Doomster had just 59 military. Uh, the only one lesser than him was Transer. Because usually what
yeah,
you see with Doomster is he goes for like, 70, 80, 100, whatever, crossbows,
right, right.
arbalests, and
Yeah. But we also need to understand that he's going against Fur,
right,
one
right,
of the
right.
best players right now in Sultan Cup.
Yeah.
So going against Fur and matching up in the army number is gonna be quite difficult for him.
Hmm.
So all in all, these players have really proved to be really good players, and they have proved to be improving a lot
Hmm. Hmm.
through
Hmm.
the game with them.
And I mean, yeah, as you can see here, only Bomberman and Doomster really, getting any sort of trade going. Four
Yeah.
did have some, 425, but I mean, yeah, nothing to no really speak about.
Hmm. Also, Doomster in the chat says that he has 250 plus ping, so yeah, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
micro is gonna be really hard.
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, I was aware that these guys were having issues. Unfortunately, I think I was slightly late, and by the time I got to see their messages,
Hmm.
it was already too late. I believe they had finished their games, so there was nothing
Hmm.
that could be done.
Okay.
And yeah, so I am in game two now. Let
Yeah,
me know.
I'm gonna fire up the game.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I'm having some issues with this game. It's just hmm. So you can start talking about the civs, right?
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, we have Dranzo who's playing as the Chinese. This is Serengeti, by the way. Yeah. So we have Dranzo who's playing as the Chinese. We have Doomster playing as the Saracen. So Dranzo, of course, is playing as the flank this time, and the pocket is 4. So a change in their strategy, I assume, because 4, I think for most of the tournament has played as a flank. So possibly, I think him switching into playing as the pocket was they wanted to try something else, I assume.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we've got 4 who's playing as Khmer, and finally the other flank is Latcore Gamer who's playing as the Portuguese. So yeah, fair enough. And on the other side, the flank for Agent, we've got Doomster. I mean, as I just mentioned earlier, we've got Attila on this side who's playing as the Koreans. The Pocket, as usual, is Bomberman playing as Berbers. And yeah, so Doomster has the Saracens. By the way, I haven't gone live, so let me know once.
Yeah, I'm actually in the game. I'm paused at 3 seconds, so whenever you start, I'm
Okay,
listening.
yeah. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. So regarding the civs, we have Transer playing Chinese, and he has rung the down bell. Okay. So I think it is a really bad start there. I mean, garrisoning your villagers into the TC and ungarrisoning is not a good move when you're playing Chinese because whenever you ungarrison those villagers, they're gonna ungarrison on the borders. So that's gonna give a lot of idle time for those walk time for those villagers to get that sheep there. All in all, it's pretty good. And so yeah,
And man, just look at Doomster. So Doomster has managed to find all his goats, and at a minute and 20 seconds, he's going forward to try and rail.
mm.
And this time, of
That's
course,
classic. To be honest,
sorry?
that's classic Doomster. He
Yeah,
just wants to go inside the enemy's bases.
yeah.
He just wants to lane.
So he's going towards Dranzo, of course, and
Yeah.
Dranzo has not found his goats yet. Let me just check his scouting. Oops. So okay,
Mm.
Dranzo can sort of see those goats. Uh,
Yeah, but I don't really understand why he's starting to push the deer so quickly because that's a lot of walk time.
yeah, exactly.
At this point of time, you want your TC not to be idle, and now you're gonna put that TC into idle situation, and
Uh,
that too you're a Chinese player. So, phew, that's a really bad start for Brazil right now.
yeah. So Dranzo at least
So,
manages to get all of his goats. But I mean, here's the thing. Doomster is just about to. Oh man. Just very nice
yeah,
reactions by Dranzo over here. But I mean, here's the thing. Doomster can actually run under Dranzo's TC, steal all of his goats, and there's nothing that Dranzo can do about it. If
yeah,
if Doomster decides to do that.
yeah, true. If he had been Celts, that would have been really a
Yeah.
disaster for Transit. But unfortunately, he's not Celts, and that's a civilization these guys have transferred and
Yeah.
split. But given the situation of the other players, all of the boars have been on the backside of every player. So this guy Doomster is trying to lame, and all of these boars on the backside. So he does not have any chance to get any lame possible there.
Mm-hmm.
If he had any chance to lame these boars here, it's gonna be GG for either of those
Right.
families
Right.
because
Exactly.
that's a Chinese start for Dranzer, and it's not going to be easy to cope up in Serengeti with the Chinese start without the board.
And
Ooh,
we
ooh,
have
ooh.
Dranzo
And
getting.
now he's going to
Sorry, we
get
have.
housed again.
Yeah. Doomster's just got housed.
Doomster got housed? No, no, no. I think it's Dranzer that is going to get housed right now. And yeah, he finishes his house. He's not housed yet. So on the other side, it is all okay. Latkor has actually, yeah, he has taken his board. All of the players have taken their boards. They're starting to push the deer. Ah, I wanted to talk about Attila's gameplay in the last match. He had managed to pick Vikings and dock these small pawns. I believe that he has learned a lesson here.
Yeah.
He's not docking again. I actually saw this guy getting a lot of criticism for that in a very funny way, to be honest.
I mean, the funny thing was, not just going for the docks, but then I think he
Yeah,
built like 5 fishing ships.
yeah, he
I-
continued. That is the thing. He he just wanted to go all in for that.
but I mean, it worked, right? He even got fish traps inside the pond, and
Yeah, yeah, true, true.
I
Nobody actually punished him for that. I
exactly.
don't think these guys have actually known that there is a dog there. If they have actually known that there is a dog, they might have stayed there, taken out
No,
the
I
fish.
do
But
believe the dock was scouted, but nobody actually did anything to the dock.
hmm, I believe this game it is not going to be happening because it has already been seen, and
Yeah.
if that happens again, these guys are pretty much
Yeah, I
prepared,
think
I
if it
guess.
happens again, Doomstar will just go ballistic in the voice chat. So,
So we see barracks coming from the Koreans as well as the Portuguese there.
yeah.
So they might be going for Menatams at this point, since it's all in 19 pop right now, 19 villages right now.
Ooh, but Latko has actually spotted the barracks over here from Attila.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So he's gonna realize that his opponent is also going
yeah,
for Menatams.
exactly.
you'll be waiting for the men-at-arms to come into this place.
So, meanwhile, both the pockets have course correct up to feudal age. 4 is slightly faster. So,
Yeah. First going to be really fast with the Khmer bonus that he has.
hmm
He does not even have to send a lot of villagers onto the wood. So he just have to send about 6 to 8 villagers, and he's
yeah.
going to be able to afford stable and then the farms later on. So he's going forward with those 2 villagers. He's going to drop a stable right away.
You know what? He can actually go for double stable if he decides to. Okay, he just goes for upgrades instead. How boring.
Because it is not worth it
Yeah,
early
yeah,
on feudal age to go double stable, to be honest.
yeah. And yeah. So Zatko does spot the militia coming out now. Does he have anything in production?
And Doomster is building a barracks right now after going into the feudal age. I believe he's trying to go for the straight archers. So he's not gonna do any militia or men-at-arms
Mm-hmm.
for that matter. Given that the opponent is Chinese, I don't think that he's gonna go for men-at-arms because he really doesn't have any answer to his fast archers from Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
So if he goes men-at-arms like that. And we see scouts coming from Fur. Those scouts are going to be going directly into Bloodcore's base.
And
So
we
I
brought
think he's trying
Attila,
to
who is
defend
also
it.
going forward. So Attila, I assume, is going for man at arms. And
Mhm. So Attila's men at oh, okay. Latkota has not made any men at arms.
no,
He
Zatko did
hasn't
not make
secured
any. Yeah.
any militia.
And I mean, I guess it's just bad luck, but it would have been possible for Attila to actually deny Zatko's first range over here.
Yeah, true, true, true. Yeah. I
But
don't think he has scouted that.
no, I don't
And given
think he
that
has.
there are scouts from Fur coming over here, his rush is going to be cleaned up. And is he going for men at arms? Is he going for the men at arms upgrade? Yeah, he
Yeah, he
is.
is. Which I mean does not make any sense at this point. He's going to lose these militia anyway.
Cancel that. He has to cancel that right now. He has lost one
Oh
militia already.
man.
He has to cancel that. No, 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 no. Please cancel that.
Oh
No. It
man.
gets upgraded.
Yeah.
Oh man. He could have saved a lot of time there. He could have saved a lot of villagers, a lot of resources over there.
And I mean the bitch of it is that the man-at-arms did not even get a single hit. The militia
Yeah,
did. Once he was converted to man-at-arms, not a single hit before that man-at-arms died.
true, true. But now the one of the scouts from Bomberman's gonna go down, forcing Bomberman to go back, and
Oh,
now it's gonna be a really hard time for Attila to manage with these 4 scouts in his base. He managed to get those ranges up,
yeah.
but there is nothing much he can do about it.
So I
Now
assume these
Fur
guys.
decides to go into Bomber's base
Yeah.
because there is not much happening in Trance's base as well.
Yeah,
Trancer has already spotted that there are only archers coming out.
and
So
I mean,
I
man,
think,
Bomberman is completely open here. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
I mean, for
Bomberman's
that matter,
completely
so
open.
is 4, of course. But I mean, most of the aggression is towards Bomberman's side, right? So Bomberman will end up losing at least one villager here on his lumber camp,
Yeah,
maybe more.
yeah.
Let's see.
And given that Fur is a guy who is capable of microing all these scouts at once, so I think it is gonna be really
Yeah.
deadly for Bomberman if he keeps all his villagers unattended like that.
Yeah. So one villager pick for 4. Let me just switch to the Eco KD. Yeah. The Bomberman has lost one. 4 has got one.
He's not gonna go out. He's not gonna go out. He's gonna stay there because he can always keep kiting those PMN out.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
I
given
mean,
that he's compare, his eco is gonna be really good on the base in the base, and he's still pumping a lot of scouts out.
yeah.
He
But
has total 10 scouts on the battlefield right now.
and he's heading into Doomster's base. I think Doomster has just realized that. Is he completely walled here? I don't know.
Yeah, he's completely. I think
Okay.
he's completely.
Man, to
Yeah, he's
manage that on Serengeti, props to him, man.
true, true, yeah. I believe that I think these guys were afraid that Fur is gonna go with scouts into their bases, and they're completely walled on both the flanks. The flank on the other side, Attila is not walled yet. I don't know what his plan is, but this guy Bomber is gonna have a very tough time here. Fur has split his army into 2 groups. He's raiding
Oh,
on both the sides, one on the farms, one on the wood line.
yeah, he even manages to snipe a farm, an unbuilt farm.
Yeah, and
That's
build farm.
yeah. So 60 foot down the train.
Yeah, true.
And okay, that core is forward now. I mean, for that matter, Artiza also has his archers, and again, like in the last game with the Vietnamese, this time he's playing as the Koreans, so of course he has the free armor upgrade.
True, true. And he's
And
also reinforcing with scouts on Transer's side. Since Transer is already on a back foot because of the start that he had with Chinese, he's reinforcing on both sides. He's controlling Bomber as well as Doomster here.
yeah, thanks for
I
the
really
reminder,
don't
Doomster.
like what Bomber is doing here right now. He's grouping up all his spearmen over here. He should have put them in different sites, like where he could actually be getting raided,
But
so that he can leave his scouts to raid other enemies.
Doomster seems to be pinging for, I think, gold for some reason. So we might see a raid over there.
Okay.
Village accounts.
I believe they wanted to go to first goal because once a pocket loses his goal production, it's going to be a really tough time for him to come back into the
Hmm.
game. So
We've
we
got.
can see, wow, Fur is almost, he's 50% into Castle Age.
Yeah.
How is Bomber going to deal with it? And Fur is still having a lot of scouts in the battlefield. He has 6 scouts. Although they are low HP, but he still have them. 7. 7 scouts.
And he's trying to get into Bomberman's base. I think, yeah, Bomberman should be able to push this away, but yeah, I mean, long term, yeah, where do they go from here?
Yeah, right. He's sending all those scouts into first base. I don't know why he's doing that because he needs to keep track of these scouts, man. During the feudal fights, I don't really appreciate people if they don't keep track of the scouts because those scouts can deal a lot of damage when you're trying to micro on the front lines and your eco is unattended. And in a
And
map like Serengeti, it is really hard for you to wall up your bases. And as we speak, Bomber is gonna lose one scout to the TC fire, losing a lot of HP on those. Uh,
and I mean, he has to pull it back, right? Because
yeah,
he's
he
just
has to pull it
spotted.
back.
Yeah, he's just spotted four scouts inside his base.
Yeah, true, true. Furs got all of his upgrades. He's also in Castle Age. He's gonna have those upgrades, and these pikemen will be dealt by those 4 archers that are trailing. It's gonna be really hard for them to counter this one.
Yeah, I think.
And Bomberman does not even have upgrades on his scout cavalry.
Yeah.
He does not even have a this thing blacksmith. He does not have a mining camp. He's not even going for gold. Yeah, this seems pretty over for me.
Yeah,
To be
definitely.
honest. Yeah, those here comes the light gap. There's a lot of idle villages under the TC. Compared to the last game, this game, Bomberman, man. Last game he played really good. He knew what to do. He
Yeah.
committed to what he had to do. But now I think it was a sloppy play for him.
Hmm. Definitely. And man, what for going for those opportunistic snipes on the villagers.
Yeah. Like I said, he's a man who is capable of doing
Right, right.
it. So he will do it. And you have to be on the lookout for it.
And man, Bomberman's having to play some market. I think just to click up
Yeah, he
because
has gathered a lot of food there. That
yeah.
1,300 food. That's 500 more. Well,
Uh,
even that part is getting denied. I don't think it's getting.
Meanwhile, we have Bomberman who, oh, sorry, we have Doomster who was trying to get into Dranzer's base. So Four is having to, pull back a little bit. He's having to send his knights to save Dranzer
Yeah, true, true.
because
I
Dranzer,
mean,
of course,
these
not in Castle
Scotsmen,
Age yet.
these Scotsmen will take out the initial 4 cavalry that Fur is
Hmm.
going to send out
Yeah.
because those cavalry don't have any upgrades there,
Yeah.
and these Scotsmen are really effective against those knights. And he manages to take out 2 knights over there, I believe.
Yeah,
And
that was
he did,
2 knights. Yeah.
and he's doing it all by himself. He's not getting any
Yeah.
help from his teammates right now. So,
Man.
okay, he wants to go deep into this space, and now this guy Khmer also has that +2
Yeah, so
upgrades.
he has the
Just
+2
like
now, which means
getting
Doomster has to. I mean, he can try and find a spot from where he can, get at least
yeah,
some
mm,
damage on these knights. But yeah, long
true,
term,
true.
I
He
don't
could
see
he
this.
could have even used the fog of war to his advantage, but he chose to go in directly into the TC.
Hmm.
But still, he's gonna get away with this, or maybe not. Maybe not. His
Barely,
ping
yeah.
is actually affecting him a lot.
Yeah.
He couldn't micro that good.
And
Looking at these light cav from board, they're still dealing a lot of damage. He's going around the map, finding a lot of kills from both the flanks.
yeah, and Zatkor again, I mean, pretty massive ball of crossbows here.
Yeah, that's a massive ball of crossbows. That's 25 crossbows, and this guy is not even. He's reaching castle age right now. So I don't think we can see a pretty big deal of
But
damage.
I mean, the issue here for Attila is, I mean, fair enough, he's got this tower on his backcourt, but his
Hmm.
forward court is, I mean, it's in a pretty awful position. So,
Yeah, true, true. And he's soon gonna. Oh, okay. He's getting villagers. Fur is getting villagers from Attila on the backside.
oh, oh,
Attend to them.
and
Attend to them, Malik.
and I don't think he has noticed this.
Yeah, he didn't notice this. On the
Oh,
front, he's getting attacked by Latkor, and he's completely distracted by that. I don't think he's even getting that sound. Yeah, true, true. I now remember. Attila is not getting the sounds from his PC. I had to go after this game. I think I had to go and help
oh
him out fixing
man,
that sound of it.
man, that is
So yeah,
just
that's a
completely
disaster.
awful. Yeah,
That could be a game changer because now he does not have any wood villages. He does not have a wood line there. He does not
yeah,
even have enough wood to train more crossbowmen or even make a lumber camp.
yeah,
So
exactly. And meanwhile, we have Dranza and Four. I think they are thinking of going towards Doomster's base.
yeah. So
Oh,
they're piling up the
okay.
armies. They're waiting for Transit to get his numbers up. Transit has gone for skirms. I believe that those were feudal skirms which have been surviving till now. And yeah, he's getting his ballistics right now, so it would be very easy to clean up Doomster if there are
Yeah.
knights helping Transit, right?
And
So yeah,
we have Bomberman going for husbandry?
really? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I believe that is the husbandry upgrade, right?
Yeah, it is husbandry.
So I think I mean, he's switching into camels, of course, but he's
Yeah,
going
he's
for
switching to camels, but
camels.
he does not have the upgrades on his armor or his attack. He
Oh,
cannot take any favorable
oh man,
engagements
but
against her.
Doomster managed to catch Dranza's army over here. So Dranza
Mhm.
actually lost quite a few.
Oh
And
my God, this is gonna be a disaster if he. Okay, okay. Those camels are not gonna be surviving any longer. But
yeah,
Doomster actually has the high ground, so he's gonna snipe a lot of knights there. So it's gonna be a
yeah.
favorable
So, I mean, these
engagement for.
guys had to bail out of the fight, of course.
True, true, true.
And we
But
finally have.
meanwhile in the base, look at the number of villagers that Fur has. He has 79 villagers. He's
Oh,
booming a lot.
yeah.
His Chimeric Bow. It's gonna be really deadly. So going back towards, okay, there's still a lot of fight going on. Entire army has been wiped out, and they are going forward with the push. There's a there's an uphill
Yeah,
position
I
for
mean,
Granzer, but
yeah, I mean they have to, right?
yeah, they have.
If they don't do it right now, if Four manages to just boom back, this would be over. I
True,
mean,
true.
Doomster's
Doomster
also
now.
losing most of his military now, but
Look at the minimap. There's Luthko going back into Bomber's base, but there are Attila's archers also trailing
oh,
behind. So I think it wouldn't be a really good engagement here for Luthko, so he has to back away from that fight. On the other hand, Doomster and Bomberman are dealing a lot of damage to
to
Granzer.
transfer, yeah. So I
And
mean,
Fur is sending all of his knights directly into Bomberman's base, trying to clean out his eco, like they did to Granzer in the
but
previous game.
I mean, here's the thing. Tranza has just two crossbows. We've got Fur, by the way, who has switched into battle elephants.
True. And Fur is opting to drop a castle to help defend Transer, I believe. Because both of the gold, the main gold and the stone, has
Yeah,
been exposed. So I think with a castle over there, it would be really secure. And yeah, the battle elephants with complete upgrades and being Khmer battle elephants, they're going to be really deadly. Even the camels are going to be having a hard time dealing with those
yeah.
things. And at the same time, he's dealing a lot of damage to Bomberman. A lot of villages going down for Bomberman by the raids from Luthkor and as well
Hmm.
as Fur's knights. Although he loses all those camels there, there is Doomster, but I think even Doomster can't do anything about these
Yeah, but
elephants
I
over there.
think Four has just decided to go fully into battle elephants.
True, true,
Like
true.
it's not battle elephants plus knights or something else. It's
Mm.
just plain battle elephants.
Now with this eco that he has, he's capable of doing that.
Yeah,
And
but
these battle elephants are also capable of going against 2v1.
I
Uh,
mean, why the castle over there? The one that Four is placing. Uh,
ah, I don't know. Maybe he decided to take grab the hill. I believe there is no hill there.
yeah, that's not a
I don't.
hill. I mean, it's not even protecting the farm eco, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do. But Attila is actually defending Bomberman right now. He has a massive army
Yeah, but
stationed over there at the gold mines,
Doomster is going
and
for a
that
sneak attack on Four, which Four immediately notices.
yeah, which is immediately noticed. And with all these elephants behind these archers, and given that these are Khmer elephants, they're going to be very easily catching up into these archers. So even now, I think Koreans have managed to drop a castle. They have got their wood back up. So that's a good sign for Koreans. And Drancer is still struggling to keep up with his army numbers. I think Drancer only has about 11
11
archers on
crossbows,
the
yeah,
battlefield right now, while
that's it.
Doomster has 36 archers. Now,
Doomster
okay,
is
Doomster
getting,
going for
yeah,
five
yeah.
ranges.
I mean, Doomster is still getting quite a successful raid over here. He's managed to kill, I
Yeah,
think, 4 or 5 of Four's villagers.
true, true, true.
I mean, of course, they will go down now, but
They will go down, but they deal a lot of damage.
yeah, I mean, it's
They're gonna make those villages idle
exactly.
so
I mean,
soon.
it wasn't even, like a massive ball of archers. I think it was like 10, 11 crossbows that just went in, like one-shotted 4 or 5 villagers. So, pretty
Yep,
effective
yep,
over there.
true.
But,
So
okay,
now the elephants are gonna go inside
yeah.
Doomster's base. Maybe they're gonna get a decent damage over there. But given that Fur is gonna be in Imperial Age very soon, these
Oh,
elephants are
yeah.
gonna get those upgrades as well. So they're gonna be really deadly for any Castle Age army to deal with.
Is the
And
stream
there's a
lagging?
very ballsy castle from Attila going on the other side. So I think that will be going up. Yeah, it will be going up. But Doomster, on the other hand, is also going for Imperial Age.
You're right.
So he has already clicked up, and there are 5 ranges. Unfortunately, in Serengeti, you'll be having a lot less gold when compared to the other
Hmm.
maps. So you
Right,
have to
right.
be really careful about your investment here.
And man, honestly, Branza has been pretty much missing for the entire game here, to be honest.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
15
I think
crossbows.
it is only because of the Chinese start that he had. Maybe if he had another save, the game would have been pretty much over in feudal age as well. And meanwhile, Fur is in Imperial Age right now, and he's sending all the army on both the sides.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
he's
four
taking
is
a lot
at
of damage.
136 villagers right now. So,
True, true, and 60 on farm. So he's gonna be able to afford
yeah.
a lot of his elephants right there. And instead, I cannot see the market prices though. If Doomster has already abused it,
Oh,
but if Fur decides to abuse the market right now, it's gonna be really good for him.
so another thing, yeah, I just noticed. Four actually managed to find that gold in the extreme corner. Not only
Yeah,
that, he's placing markets as well. So he's going to find the other gold over here on the other side of the market as well.
right, right, right.
And
In Serengeti, it's all about the map control. If you lose a
hmm,
map control and if you don't have any gold flowing in your economy, it's going to be really tough for you to keep up with the enemy. So there are camels completely coming from Berbers. There's a lot of camels from Berbers,
yeah.
but they are not going to be in Imperial Age anytime soon. So while on the other hand, all the other players are going to Imperial Age, they will
Yeah,
be
I mean,
using
Bomberman, he
Imperial Age.
has the resources. So, honestly, I don't know.
Bomberman does have the resources, but I think he's missing the university there, the building. So and it's gonna be denied right now. There are Hussar in his base, and
Oh,
it's gonna be
man.
tough. This is gonna be tough because now he's gonna be pulling off a lot of villages from the woodline. He
Hmm.
does not have enough on gold. Now he has to sustain all these Hussar raids. I think he can deal with it with the camels that he has.
Yeah. I mean, he should be able to, but I mean, that's
Yeah.
like almost a minute and a half of delay.
True, true, true.
So
But it is a delay nevertheless, because
yeah,
all the other
definitely.
flanks as well are going into the Imperial Age,
Hmm.
and it's going to be a really tough time for his teammates to hold up against the enemy's Imperial army. And now these Hussar are going to go inside Attila's base as well, raiding all the wood lines, which Koreans have to prize a lot.
And I mean, here's the nice thing for Zatkur as well. He's got two castles, one on the hill, one right next to the hill. He's already got the Obelisk upgrade, bracer as well, I believe. And two trebs are coming out. So yeah, I mean, Attila's castle is about to be trapped, and I think once that goes down, it should be
Mm-hmm.
difficult
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Attila to defend.
And there are, why are these war wagons inside boat's base? I don't seem to understand that
Oh,
logic. I mean, he's trying to trade it, but I think it is more important for him to defend his own base right now, because now they're going to be getting trebbed, and his base is completely overwhelmed by these Hussar.
hmm.
And against these Hussar, there is nothing these Korean war wagons can do without the attack upgrades that they don't have. And on the other side, we have Saracens stripping down Transer's castles. So it's kind of a mirror matchup right now. Uh, Attila's castles gonna get trebbed pretty soon. He's not even repairing them, and these trebs of Attila are gonna go down because of the elephants that they have.
Yeah.
So
So, okay, he still has one trap here, but yeah, I mean,
yeah,
of course,
right.
it's going down because once the castle goes down, these obelisks can move in, and I
Yeah.
assume that is 60 obelisks over there. Yeah,
Mm,
that's 60 obelisks.
yeah. And all his camels, all of the Bomberman's camels are just standing over there, and
Yeah,
he's gonna go up against Arbalesters right now.
I mean,
It's not gonna be really
it's
good for his
obelisks.
camels.
On top of that, you have the fact that he has not yet got to Imperial Age, and he
Yeah,
just got the first attack upgrade on those camels.
yeah. True, true. So
So
his army is gonna be entirely useless right now. So Fur has already gotten his upgrades on his elephants. So now these elephants will be unstoppable against even the Arbalesters that
yeah, so
Doomster has right now.
meanwhile,
Given that, yeah, given that Drancer also has Arbalesters of his own,
mhm,
they're gonna get two. He's reaching his Imperial Age right now. Bomberman still has some raids to be dealt with. And there are 4 trebs coming from Lathor. He's going to be having a very good push, solid push, which no one can actually contest. So yeah, he's pulling back his camels because he's getting raided. I do believe that he's going towards Doomster because Doomster is now going to get smacked because of all those
yeah.
elephants in his face right now.
So Attila is
No matter,
getting some raids in with his, I think, four war wagons. But yeah, meanwhile his entire base is getting wiped out.
true, true.
Towers. Attila's going for towers right now.
The score difference itself speaks a lot because that's 12,000 score compared to
But
6,800
uh,
for Doomster.
why is he going for the towers? It's not like he has any gold or stone over there.
Where? I
Attila has placed two towers between his,
ah,
or rather around his mining camp, but there
I
are
think
no
it's a
resources there.
desperation. I think it's a final move that he had done. He wanted to stay alive, giving some time for the other side to push. But
Hmm.
on the other hand, Doomster calls his GG because there is no army left for
Exactly.
Doomster,
Yeah.
and he cannot even replenish that because there is no gold on the map. That he... All in
So
all, this was actually a disaster in the feudal ages. I I do believe if Transer had have had another Civ instead of Chinese, they might have closed the game right there.
hmm.
So yeah,
And
the players have actually played pretty good.
yeah. I mean, it was still a pretty good comeback by Agent, of course. Bomberman was rated pretty badly in Feudal Age. So,
Yeah, yeah.
after that to come back
Flanks
and
have, yeah, right. The flanks have dealt a lot of damage. They have held for a lot of time, giving him a lot of time to
Mhm.
come back into the game. But nevertheless, you can never be able to compete with Khmer's equal when you're Berbers. Berbers only have the villager walk speed bonus, but that's all that they have.
yeah. And you can even see it in the society numbers. In the previous game, you had both Bomberman and Attila crossing 100 bills. This time, both of them got capped at 87.
Yeah,
And
true.
meanwhile, on the other side, except for Zatkur, 3 men saw both cross the 100 bills.
Yeah, this game is clearly a stop from Team Granzer, 3 man. So
So yeah, GG's guys, and I guess we can go into game 3 after this, which will be on Team Islands. Okay.
So that is one map that I actually like.
Okay.
Doomster is actually saying that there are cheap stables, but yeah, you can have that as an eco bonus, but you will be going into ages up really slow compared to this guy, the command. And the eco that they get, it's gonna be balanced by the cheap stables a bit.
So yeah, anyway, I'm in game. I'll just go over the civs. So we have Dranza who's playing as the
Yeah, I've been
Italians.
playing that well. So we can start right now.
Okay,
We
okay.
can go
So
with this as
let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. So
So yeah, Transfer with Italians, and we have on the other hand we have Spanish as a pocket from Fur. We have Let's Go Gamer as Malay as flank. So these are some solid saves on Team Islands, Italians and Malay.
hmm.
But I would like to question why they wanted to go for Spanish as Team Islands play. Let's see what the game unfolds. So on the other side, we have Bomber going with Malians, and he's a flank, and we have Viking, a player on the pocket, and we also have this guy, Doomster, as Byzantines as a flank. So pretty, even these saves are pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, when I saw the Spanish pick, again, I'm still wondering what the plan is.
Maybe I think he wanted to go for a castle drop with the
Makes sense.
conquistadors. I mean,
Yeah.
conquistadors are going to be really hard to counter if they once they land.
Hmm.
But I, I don't think they have to land with a castle. They can just land those conquistadors inside the enemy's base.
Okay.
So for that they are gonna have to have a lot of water control, to be
I
honest.
mean, if you are dropping castles, it works slightly better with the Spanish, of course, because they can build faster. So
Yeah, true. It
maybe
is
that
also
might
one
be
of,
a factor. I don't know.
yeah, but it is also a risk that they have to take. So if they're willing to take it, they can go for a landing castle,
Hmm.
or they can even use the castle to defend their already losing water. Because on the other side, they have three civs that they can play water pretty good. Even the Vikings, without their longboat, their galleys can be really deadly in
Right.
feudal age.
So Randa's in the chat saying they already, I mean, they had planned to lose Team Islands regardless.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think compared to the civs that they have, I would say they have to lose it because the civs that they've picked, they don't complement Team Islands that much.
Hmm. Okay, and Sutar is in the chat saying Spanish have their faster firing cannon galleons.
Yeah, but who's gonna go to galleons that early, man? No. I mean to say Italians and Malay are really good, but the choice that they have made for the Spanish, they don't have any complementing civ. That's what I mean.
So
So
yeah, I mean a
yeah.
pretty tight dark age for everybody this time. No real ideal TC time. The highest is at 8 seconds, and man, I just jinxed it. So as I was saying, nobody had any idle
Doomster
TC time.
okay.
We've got
Doomster.
Bomberman who's got 18 seconds of idle TC time.
Okay.
So yeah.
Even Doomster is having a hard time luring that bow there. So yeah, I believe it's the ping again.
Hmm.
And here we have Malay going for a dock now. I think it's kind of too late. Okay.
Wait, somebody hasn't found
Vikings
their
are up.
sheep, by the way. So I think that's that
Mm,
for yeah.
mm. Yeah. So I can see only one fishing ship coming from Attila and one more from Doomster. That's it. There's no fishing ship yet. And yeah, there's one more from Fur as well. Yeah, all of these guys have started making the fishing ship. Their standard water eco. It's gonna be the same until the feudal age.
Yeah, but 4 is housed as well, by the way.
Oh,
So
I didn't see that.
so he had to build a panic house. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, I
True,
mean
true.
with the fishing ships and the villagers, you sometimes lose track of the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
number
you're
of
right.
houses that you need to build. So yeah.
So generally, what I would do is that I would just send one villager that is going to build the house at 13 pop. I would use that to build the dock, and then
Hmm.
again build the house.
Yeah, I mean that
Right
is
away.
the standard build order, right? You build a
Mm.
house, build a dock, then you build another house. But I think he just
Yeah.
went into shore fishing rather than building the
Mm.
house.
Maybe it's just a panic move.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's going for another house. I think he's gonna go for. Oh, he's going for 20 villagers there. This is not gonna be a fast shooter. So on the other side, nobody is going up into fast feudal.
Dranza is. Dranza is already clicked up.
Okay, transfers all the click.
Hmm.
So he's clicking up with 21 villagers, and yeah, 21 villagers, and how many fish? He only has 2 fish. Maybe a slight slip up from his build order, I guess. So now he has to move all of his food gatherers, the sheep gatherers, to
Hmm. Hmm, hmm.
the wood right now, or else he's going to be having a pretty bad time getting into the water. On the other side, we have both Doomster and Bomberman going into Feudal Age, and as well as Fur.
So yeah.
Luthor is not going into Feudal Age pretty early because he's Malay and he can afford to go for more villagers. But
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, he's going to do it 22 villagers.
Anyone making transport? Okay. Nothing yet on this side that I can see.
Mhm.
And
I see that Spanish is going with 22 villagers. So I believe he's going for a barracks. Okay. Yeah, I think he's going for a land. He's going to land with
hmm, hmm, hmm.
his village right now.
Yeah.
But if he decides to land, there's someone who's supposed to make a transport ship right away.
Yeah.
There is no one, and even Fur is not sending his villager right away. That seems kind of fishy. Maybe they're expecting a land and they want to have some spears in their base, so he made the barracks right over there.
Yeah. Possible. Makes sense.
True. Fire ships coming from both purple, blue, and red. So yeah, there's a transport ship from Team Agent.
Oh, is there?
Okay, Team Agent is making a transport ship that is Bomberman, but I don't see any transport ship from Red. Did they already make it? Are we missing something?
Uh, I can't
No,
see
they
any
haven't.
transport ship. Yeah. Wait, you said Bomberman already has a transport ship. Uh,
Yeah, true. Okay.
I can't see it.
And first making a stable inside his own base. What is that?
I think Four is just expecting a landing, so he wants to
Okay.
have some military on their base. You know.
They did not even see the landing yet, so I think it is a overinvestment into what he's trying to do right now. So we'll see, we'll see. And we have some fights going on over here. Red trying to take out the fishing ship from Doomster. On the other hand, we have some really good fights going on from Bomber and Dranzer. So Bomber and Dranzer are trying to micro their fire ships right now, losing quite a couple of fish in the process
Hmm.
from Bomber.
Yeah, but
So
meanwhile, Four is already clicked up, by the way.
Pearl is already clicked up. So I think he wanted to go for these stables right away, go into the castle age, and then send these. Oh yeah, I see a forward dock from Spanish right now. So I believe his flanks were busy dealing with these guys over here. They did not want to make any transport ships, so he decided to make his own. Hmm. Right. So there are some demolition ships coming from Bomberman. I believe that is because his water has been taken over,
Yeah.
and he has to deal with those already existing fire ships. And on the other hand, Doomster has also taken over Latko's water,
Yeah.
but he's not actually going behind the fishes. I think it would be wise for him to go behind the fishes and leave those docks alone.
Honestly, I think he's just lost track of those fishing ships. Might as
Yeah,
well, just get the docks down.
true, true.
So
So as I said, I think he wanted to go for a transport ship of his own, so he made a dock over there, a transport ship coming out, and that one villager, I believe, is going to be the one to do the landing. But what happened to the landing from these guys? We have seen a transport ship from Bomberman. I think
uh,
it has been sacrificed, or maybe he has cancelled it.
yeah, because I never saw a transport ship coming out. So
Maybe it has been destroyed because because there's a lot of fire ships from Dranzer, and Dranzer has been in the feudal age quite
Yeah.
early. So it's I think it is fair to say that it has been destroyed.
Hmm.
And Doomster, yeah, he's going for the fire. He's going for the fishes right now. He decided that enough is enough. I don't have to take out the Malay docks. Yeah.
And we
And
are seeing longboats coming from the Vikings player. Attila
yeah,
already going for that.
Vikings is in the Castle Age, and
Yeah.
now there's going to be a flood of longboats. This is going to be really hard for any player to
Yeah, but I
deal with
mean, the
because the
issue here
longboats
with Attila is that his docks are at the back. He's got nothing in the front to, you know.
Mhm. But the longboats are actually fast, you know. And they can reach the front side pretty quick.
Hmm.
And only you just have to send wave by wave. A 6 longboat wave can actually clean out a lot of fire ships from the feudal age players. And given that his uptime is also 16 minutes and less, so he's gonna
Hmm.
be really deadly.
And
And we
sorry, yeah, please go
and
ahead.
yeah. So the transport ship from Fur is going forward. It is going through Dranz's docks, and I think he wants to land on the left side in the Bomberman space because they know that they have taken control over Bomberman's water, so it's wise for them to land over there undetected.
But yeah, I mean, Bomberman's just over there, and I think he should be able to
Yeah,
spot the transport ship.
I
Yeah.
think looking at Bomberman's fog of war, I think he did spot
Yeah,
that.
yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, I think he did spot that. I did not
And
see any planes going
oh,
over.
oh man, Attila's longboats just passed that transport ship.
Yeah, oh
Oh
my God,
man,
that's
that would have been such a game changer. But
yeah.
he might still be able to get the villager.
I think yeah, he might still be able to. No.
Oh, oh man.
Yeah, he survives, but it is 18 minutes, and what is the landing gonna achieve though? One villager building a stable there, and already that these people have already known that there's a landing coming
Yeah.
up. We see Bomberman going for barracks over here, and some quick walling coming up to close off this side. I believe there should be another house closing off on this side.
But you know what?
And
At this point, it's just a lack of communication. If Attila had just told his teammates, specifically Bomberman, you know that the villager is extremely weak. All you need to do is, you know, send a single scout over there, which is what he's doing now. But
true,
Four manages to
because
fall
in
it.
previous games where Team Agent has played, they have done the same thing.
Hmm.
So when they have spotted the landing, Doomster just sent all of his villagers trying to take a fight, full-on fight with them. So nullifying all the aggression they have tried to put in. So from Attila, we see a lot of longboats, and these longboats also have a bonus damage against buildings, so they're going to be dealing with Italians' docks pretty soon.
Hmm.
And yeah, there are a lot of knights queuing up from Fur in his own base. They are piling up actually, not queuing up. They're piling up near the docks. I think he wants to transport them as well. So he's having a hard time. Okay, that villager goes down. The landing villager is finally
Oh,
killed.
okay.
But yeah, there are some knights without any upgrades under the TC. So he managed to pick off one villager, but he's dealing with a lot of stuff even in his water as well.
Okay, so we have Doomsday in the chat saying Attila gave the call out. Yeah, makes sense because
Attila gave the call out of yeah, because he found it out, so he has to. And on the backside, we see Dranzer killing off Attila's fishing ship. So this might hurt a bit, but these fishing ship can run away from
hmm.
fires pretty easily. And longboats near the production, they can be taking out all of these fire ships. So the buildings, the docks from Dranzer are going to go down. There are 2 players right now threatening the docks from Dranzer, and Latkor is trying to hold off Doomster. Oh, Latkor has made a decent effort to actually stop the landing. He's made a lot of houses near the coastline.
uh,
It's gonna backfire when you're playing against Vikings. You know, those houses gonna be dealt with very easily when there are Viking longboats over there. Once you
but
lose the water, you're gonna have to lose all of those houses.
I just noticed Fur got Bodkin upgrade.
Yeah, I think he wants to go
Okay, okay,
back
okay. Yeah,
into.
he's going into war galleys. Fair enough.
That's a very big swing from what he has done. He has
Hmm.
gone for a fast castle. He hasn't landed yet. He has switched back again from nice to war galleys, and now war galleys against Viking longboats. That's a disaster. Yeah, and he does not even have a pretty decent eco compared
Hmm.
to the Vikings. Looking at the village account, the Vikings have 64 villages. Meanwhile, Doomster and Bomber have 51, 40 villages respectively. On the other hand, Dranzer and Lutzcore are struggling with
Yeah, yeah, it's
41
just
villages
41
as
and
well.
42. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And now all of these guys are in Castle Age, and you're fighting Castle Age fires and longboats again with your Feudal Age fires and galleys, war galleys. It's gonna be tough.
And you know what? I expect to see a landing over here on Dranzo's side of the map because Doomster's already camping with his fire galleys here, or
True.
sorry, fire ships. And apart from that, that part of the map is completely deserted. So there
Yeah.
might be
Even
a
the
landing
landing
over.
that Fur has actually done right now has been dealt with because of
Hmm.
all those palisades that they had built.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be well. And now we have, I think we have, the Vikings have ballistics upgrade as well. Yeah, they do have ballistics. And there's a university. Yeah, so now all of these war galleys will be cleared pretty soon. And there are more galleon longboats coming from behind. So there is Bomber coming in with some demolition rafts, trying to give some help to his teammates.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing, right? I brought this up earlier. Attila still does not have any docks in the front.
Mhm.
And I think at this point it is just a massive misplay. And I think he's just completely given up on his eco. Because he's
Yeah,
got idle villas next to the mill. He's got this one villager collecting gold from God knows where. I think he's walking to his TC. Okay.
yeah.
And yeah, just as I say, okay, so they just call
Yeah,
it
that's
GG at this
GG at
point.
the part. So when the Vikings player is unattended like this,
Hmm.
I would say it's gonna be a disaster. Instead of going for that late drop, these guys should have actually managed to go forward with a double docking. I mean,
Hmm.
double land. Two players landing at once is gonna be putting the Vikings in a very bad
Right,
position.
right.
So you can effectively take out Byzantines and Vikings together. So Malians will have to go against Italians. So Italians, on the other hand, are very good against Malians. So in the late game water fights, Italians are gonna thrive, and
Hmm.
it would be really good to keep the Vikings in their own base rather than in water with the
Right, right,
longboats.
right. Exactly. So yeah,
So I
it's
think this
just
this map is their weakest. So yeah, they couldn't realize what was necessary.
so yeah, Doomster with the best KD over here. 47
So
kills.
yeah, given that he has the Byzantine fire, so
Yeah.
should be having that.
And Attila with the largest army, of course,
Yeah,
went just
44.
yeah, exactly.
Mm, that's an old. You
And
also need to know when to stop making army on water because sometimes you need to have to close the game. Even if you have the water, sometimes people tend to give up on water and start playing in on the land, get a sneaky landing, and they might even come back to the game. So sometimes these kind of over investment into water also does not pay off.
hmm and surprisingly, Bomberman did not even get to Castle Age. So 27 minutes in. Society numbers Attila with the largest military and the largest number of villagers. So yeah, well played to him.
Yeah, right.
Guys, can you stay out of the politics in the chat, please?
I just saw that. Zayed,
If yeah, I mean we are
get out of
casting.
the chat, man. Zayed, don't start something like that here. We'll talk about politics in Discord if you want. So, yeah, let's move on to the next game. I think it is the final game.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I forgot to fix the replay thing, so yeah, you guys can
Mm,
actually see it's one less replay. So yeah, anyways, uh, let's see how it goes. I have already loaded in, so we've got Dranza as the Celts, uh, playing as a pocket with Huns, and finally we've got Ratcore Gamers playing as the Japanese. Okay, let me know when you're ready.
yeah, it's getting stuck again.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So meanwhile, Doomstar playing as the Turks. We have Bomberman playing as the Persians, and Attila who's playing as the Aztecs. And this will be fun because we've got both the flanks who will basically need to share a lake each. So it will be Doomster versus Zatkor, and on the other side we'll have Dranza versus Attila.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah. So looking at the civs, okay, I'm actually loaded in, so you can start.
Okay, yeah. So let's go in three, two, one.
Yeah. So looking at the civs, I see a very fair bit of an advantage for these guys civs. So we have Huns, we have Japanese and Celts. So they are pretty good when it comes to hybrid maps. So Huns with their good without any houses, they can afford a lot of fish.
Hmm.
And even the Japanese, they have a lot of bonus with those fishing ships. They can work faster, and they take a lot of time to get killed. And on the other side, we have Celts. They have a really good wood bonus,
Hmm.
and they can even drop a lot of docks there, take up the lake for themselves. Meanwhile, we have Aztecs. They also do fairly good, given that their docks work faster. The
Hmm.
military,
Right.
considering the military, and Turks is not going to be that good because in the hybrid they don't have anything to offer. Because if in the base they get pushed, they are playing in the hybrid map and they get pushed in the base, they don't have any kind of answer to that because
Hmm.
their skirms, their spears are worthless.
Yeah.
So they have to spend both on water and on land
Right.
in the gold intensive units. And on the other side, we have Bomber, who's playing Persians. Persians as well are really good civ for the hybrid maps because of the working speeds.
Right.
So let's.
It's not just the speed, right? Their docks are, I believe, they have more HP as well.
True, true, true.
So
And yeah, but their pocket, I don't think anyone is gonna be contesting the pocket's lake,
yeah,
to be
fair
honest.
enough. Fair enough.
Hmm. So given that Aztecs can also do really a bit of a damage when they go for a drush here. So they can go for both the docks and also a drush, keeping the enemy out off of gold. So eventually those docks are gonna be paying off.
And Ranza with his customary early forward with his scouts. Zatkor is already bringing in his elephant,
Mhm.
and okay, so he has a rhino, but it's at the back of his base, so
Yeah,
not the
true.
easiest of names for Doomster if he tries to pull it off.
So Doomster again going for a lane. Again, unfortunately, going on the wrong
But I
direction.
think Doomster will end up running into the TC. Yeah, there we go.
He did end up running. This guy actually is having a good time in these series actually. So he lost his scout. He does not know what's going to come right now. So let's go. If he wants to prioritize on this one, after the enemy losing a scout, you can actually go for a drush.
Hmm.
You can keep him, effectively you can keep him off the wood line, and then you can go back into the water. If you don't have to go for a dog,
Yeah,
but instead you can go for a drush right now, right away. Keep him off of the wood, and eventually you can go back into the dog.
I mean, there's
So
this other
that's
thing, right, for Doomster. He does not really have a safe wood. I mean,
yeah,
he's
right,
got a forward wood line. There's one on the side which I don't really like, but yeah, nothing at the back.
right. So yeah, if Let's Go actually decides to go for a tower, it's gonna be really deadly for
Hmm.
Doomster. He has to put a lumber cap on the same one because putting a lumber cap on the back wood line is gonna be really deadly because scouts can whenever the scouts want they can just reach there.
Yeah.
So we see docks from both the flanks going on both the lakes. Even the pockets have docked. Fishing ship are out. So everything the eco wise is pretty good.
And I think it's something that has been missed here. Bomberman
Oh
has
yeah,
lost a
Attila
villager.
is actually gonna lose a villager.
So Attila
Attila
is
is
going to
gonna lose.
lose a villager.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a villager.
Most definitely, yes.
Yeah, so Eagle Scout is gonna not gonna be in time to save. So you were saying something?
Bomberman has also lost a villager. I don't know. Bomberman's in the
Really?
chat, so yeah, I can see one eco dead for Bomberman, and nobody got. Okay, Fur. I think Fur got the hit on Attila. So
Hmm.
Bomberman's villager, I think, was lost to maybe the elephant or the rhino or whatever.
Right. And even Latkora has actually tried to take out Doomster's villagers, but Doomster going for a loom there, defended, saved him. So now he has, yeah, these guys have a pretty much lead on the village account. So we see some fair amount of fishing chip coming from both sides. We have 4 from Fur and 3 from Bomberman. I think it should be 4 right now because of the Persian bonus. They have 50 extra wood. So I think they should be having lead on the fish over here. I believe he has stopped making fish. Or did he? No, he has started again. So a little bit sloppy from him. Because I think he's investing a lot into walling his base. So
Yeah.
now he has to go for second wood line.
Dranzer has stopped making fishing ships, I believe. Okay, he just he just resumed as I said that.
So it's all about the idle time.
Yeah.
So it's all about minimizing the idle time. You have really good ships. You have to play efficiently. And Doomster is going forward to scout his enemy, I believe. So he's sending his fish over there. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's I think he wants to scout.
Yeah.
So looking at war, he's trying to.
Yeah, unfortunately, he does not have his scout alive, so.
Yeah, that is a big thing here. If he had his scout alive, he would have got the position, and he would have had this fish working there. So he spots those fish. He spots that dock. So all in all, yeah.
Oh, Bomberman's about to lose another villager, by the way. Yep. So Fur gets another snipe.
Okay. Fur is already in feudal, so yeah, he can get that villager pretty easily. And again, looking at Fur's eco, he's going for fish again. So both of the pockets going for fish boom. And I believe Fur is going for scouts here. And this guy, Bomber, has not yet dropped stable. So he's going to be lagging behind in scouts. Looking at the other flank, we have blacksmith coming from Attila. Why is he building a blacksmith yet?
Wait, what?
Is it not? Yeah, he's building a blacksmith.
Oh.
Is he trying to go eagles? I don't see eagles queue. I don't see any armor coming up. He's Aztecs.
And
okay, maybe he just wanted to drop it. I don't know. It feels weird. So we have Dranzer going for double range and
what? Attila's going for town watch.
Man, he's
I think he's housed, which makes sense, of course.
Yeah.
But we've got 4 already inside Attila's base here. With his 2 scouts.
Did he want to go for galleys or something? I don't know, man. Why did he even go for blacksmith? And Fur is now in his base trying to take the villagers. He managed to kill 1 villager, and the spear is coming out. There's a range, and Attila is actually doing fair enough in water as well. He's taking out 1 fire ship over there. But Celts, I think they just wanted to take over the control of the pond there. Meanwhile, Latkor Gamer is actually going with 2 docks. So they really wanted to take out Doomster from the pond. Again, Latkor. Oh my God, Latkor is having 2 docks, and 2 ranges, and a blacksmith. Wow. That's a lot of wood that he has.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see any real military from Latkor on land. And meanwhile, Doomster is already going forward with his archers.
I believe that's because of the housing. I think the housing is to be blamed here. So people have been getting housed continuously here. Oh my God, Dranzer is going with archers into Attila's base. This is going to be a disaster for them.
Yeah, but I mean, he almost runs into the TC. Okay.
Those are some nice hits that he gets. So there are some archers from Attila as well.
And Attila gets housed again.
He gets housed. So Kel's having the wood bonus, so they don't have to be afraid of getting housed. We get to see 2 villager kills probably. I think 2 villager kills. Yeah, 2 villager kills from Attila. But yeah, and we have the right side. The pond is completely been taken over by Latkor. The fishing ship may survive, but there is no chance of Doomster coming back into the game.
Yeah, but no. Latcore has lost control over his gold right now. Doomster's inside,
Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see
and
that. So
Latcore
he's running with.
has some archers. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say okay, so
But
fair enough.
yeah, so he's trying to micro that. Okay, he loses the same amount of archers that he has taken. Like I said, the ping is to be blamed. So again, we have scouts coming from Bomberman inside Hunt's base. So Hunt is defending with some spears. These scouts are not adequate in numbers, so he'll be safe for now.
Drancer lose a
Trying,
villager. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, he's gonna lose a villager. I think Drancer wanted to go for a pawn here.
yeah.
He wanted to take for the back. He wanted to go for the back pawn, since Attila has already taken over. Like I said, the Aztecs dealing a lot of damage with their faster building, faster work time of, and also Attila cleaning his base, trash out of his base with his own villagers. Something that we generally don't opt to go for. So yeah, I think it is a desperate move because he does not have adequate number of archers there. So he
Mm-hmm.
had, and
And
his archers were already outside of his base, so he had to either call them back or take a fight with the villagers.
and Bomberman's just about to click up. By the way, he got his blacksmith, and yeah, there we go. So Bomberman is clicked
Okay.
up,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, Hans is actually in Castle Age, to be honest. So now he's
hmm.
going to be getting knights out, which are going directly into Doomster's base. I believe they're going to Doomster's base. Yeah. So Doomster is the guy who's actually open right now. Attila has openings, but he's also dealing with Transit over there. But Latkor has actually taken out a lot of damage on Doomster.
This is such a compact base for Doomster here.
True, true, true.
I mean, his buildings are pretty much, at where the town center can range something. So
Yeah, right. I mean, it is going to work out in Doomster's favor, to be honest,
yeah,
because all the
definitely.
knights and the scouts, they don't have any opening to take any villages
Mm-hmm.
out. They need ranged units right now. So even though he has taken out, Latkor has taken out the pond, he has taken control of the pond. He's not good. He's not opting for a boom inside water. He has 600 wood,
Hmm.
and he's still not getting any fishing ship over there. I believe that he's trying to click up, but that is really sloppy if he doesn't want to go for docks over there, fishing ship over there. So we see a market coming from Doomster. I believe Doomster he really wants to click up since Doomster has 700 gold.
Hmm.
That's a lot. He has lost a lot of eco on water, so he does not have wood to spare,
Yeah.
and he does not have farms to get his food eco up. And I believe Latkor is gonna be up faster than him.
Yeah, that core is already clicked up. So
Latkor is already picking up. And looking on the other side is camping fairly. So we see both of these armies playing inside their own
yeah.
bases.
But I mean, Dranza has lost his pawn, by the way. So
Yeah. We actually forgot to see there is a tower over there. So the tower actually, guys are actually tried to tower these docks here because the tower might actually range this fishing ship, and this fishing ship will eventually have to lose their efficiency trying to drop their
oh,
food.
so
So
we've
I see some bows dead. I believe those are Ramsers. Looking at the kill death ratio.
yeah, because Doomster's in the chat saying that Dranza lost more than 20 archers that were on no
Yeah,
attack
right.
stance.
Yeah,
Oh
true.
man. Uh,
So yeah, on both the sides we have archers from Doomster.
yeah,
He's
he's
going to he's going towards the docks. I think he wants to go into this Latko's base. So he's trying to take out the. Okay, there's also some fight going on the left side. He's trying to fight fire ship with knights. That's pretty much dumb. So yeah,
yeah, so Doomster's hiding over here, by the way, and we've already
yeah.
got a mixture of camels and knights here from Bomberman. So Persians, of course, get pretty good cavalry. Uh, I believe they get the extra attack versus archers as well, right? So can be pretty
Yeah.
nice. And wait,
We have camp.
why does Latkor have a massive hole inside his walls? Oh,
I've seen him actually delete that
yep,
wall.
yeah. So he deleted them because he wanted Four to go out, or maybe
Yeah.
Four asked him to delete the walls. Instead, what has happened here is these guys have basically been given a nice welcome into that core
Mm,
base.
true. Okay, on this side, look at Attila. He's actually inside Dranzer's base. Now he's gonna be able to stand on the gold, and Dranzer has no. Okay, yeah, he does have some gold over there, but that is fairly exposed as well. He can
Yeah,
just sit
yeah.
over there, and Dranzer has no answer for that. And on the other side, we see Bomberman cleaning up a lot of archers from Ladkor,
Yep.
and Doomster is also going in for a kill there.
And a TC
He,
denied for that core.
yeah, the TC getting denied over there. But there's a fair amount of Hun Knights right there. So he's also getting his +2, and probably he might lose. I don't know. Maybe he might be able to survive this. Maybe not. Let's see how it goes out. And on this side, we see a lot of army from Attila. Yeah, the army from Attila has actually left base.
Yeah, I wonder why. Okay, so I think is.
Maybe they have seen the first army over there, and he decided not to take a
Mm-hmm.
fight over there alone. So since Kels is also in Castle Age, he might be afraid that some army might be coming out of their ranges.
Yeah.
And here, Doomster is actually cleaning out a lot of army.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it ended up being a zero-sum game. Both of them lost pretty much the entire military. First still has 3 knights here, but which will go down to Bomberman's camels. So
yeah, right. Camels are gonna be deadly over here right now. So again, Attila is going forward, but at the same time, Fur is actually retreating from Dranzer's base. So it's gonna be pretty deadly for Dranzer again.
yeah, but
Given that Dranzer does not have any answer to go back onto the gold again.
here's the thing: Bomberman has switched entirely to camels. He does not have any knights at this point,
Right.
and I think they are planning to go towards Fur's base.
Yeah, right.
Attila with his 31 crossbows, and I mean Fur has quite a lot of knights here. Let me just count how many there are.
Yeah. Fur has
I think that's 7 knights.
yeah.
But
No. I think he has 19 knights on the battlefield.
no, I mean I'm talking
But
about where Attila and Fur were fighting. So Fur
yeah.
has 7 knights or 8 knights over there. But yeah, once
Doomster switching into Cav Archers. That's a very good
oh,
call, but he does not
okay,
have any upgrades on any bloodlines on his Cav Archers. I really don't like that approach.
yeah,
But
and
still, the Cav Archers are serving their purpose, so yeah, it should be fairly good. And looking at this place over here, we see Dranzer's Mangonel going down to the camels, and the knights cannot engage against this kind of army, so they have to retreat now back towards their base. And
oh
on the other
man,
side, Latkor's base, you see there's these Cav Archers are actually harassing a lot.
yeah.
It's taking out a lot of villagers, and
And
yeah, that's gonna.
Zatkur does not really have any army at this stage. He has just 6 crossbows.
Yep. He has lost a lot of
Yeah.
woodline over there.
So
So
I mean,
all of his entire woodline is idle.
yeah.
He has two PCs, but his wood cutters are not working.
And on the other side, Fur is getting hit pretty hard as well. So yeah, we have Attila just going for the production buildings. Is it okay? Just moving his army again.
Mhm.
And
So
yeah, I mean, apart from that, we have Bomberman on 95 villagers.
right,
Attila is quite close to actually clicking up. He's just short on gold at this point.
yeah, right. So he also has the pond, so that means he also has the fish eco. So he does
Right.
not have to worry about having so many farms in his base. And there we go. I think Attila has actually clicked up. So Attila will be the first guy to click up right now, and followed by I think Bomberman because of the eco that he has. I do believe he has a lot on food.
Yeah.
He does have a lot on food, but all he's using those fishing ship is to take those shore fish. He should be actually able to micro those fish
Yeah.
pretty.
I mean, but the issue here for Fur is he's got a castle up, which is I mean, it's a pretty nice location for that castle. It's protecting his farm and sort of his gold. But then you have
Yeah,
Doomster raiding from one side, and you have Attila and Bomberman coming in from the other side.
yeah, right. Oh, they're even gonna go for the fish right now. So that's gonna be deadly. If the fish is
Oh,
down and he does not have any wood eco, he will not be having any farm eco right now. So the farmer eventually gonna dry out and he will be out without any
yeah.
So this is going to be a final fight for them. So Fur is going to be fighting alone in this fight. There is no
Yeah.
signs of his flanks coming
So
to
it's
help him.
effectively a 3v1 here.
Yep.
Latcore unfortunately has just 17 crossbows and What do we have for Dranza? Dranza has the 6 crossbows and 5 scorpions.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's just using all those units to defend his base for now. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe he's gonna move out right now and try to deal some damage over here with the amount of knights that Fur has. He's also mixing in Darken.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to take a last fight over here. So he's using all of the production buildings that he has to make it now.
But I mean, what can you really do? That's 41, or rather, how many cavalry archers do we have here? So that's 22 cavalry archers,
Yeah.
plus 31 crossbows. Uh,
And more cavalry archer in Latkor's way is going down though, but yeah, they're also taking out Latkor's army as well. So the bloodlines, the lack of bloodlines is clearly showing up right now.
mhm.
And now we see a really big fight where this guy is actually moving in with a spear in his army, so eventually delaying his camel's walk time. And again, we see scorpions coming in to help him. So these scorpions, if the archers want to bunch up, these scorpions are going to deal heavy damage because they are
But
Kelp scorpions. They're going to
man,
fire faster.
you've got Attila, who's already in Imperial. The Abalest upgrade comes in. He's going into Eagles because he's got 6 barracks at this point, Attila. He's getting the infantry upgrades. He's getting squires. I assume he has already got arson at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and oh man,
So in this fight, it is the team agent who's going to be the clear
yeah,
victor
I
here.
think it's
So,
GG, of course.
yeah, it is GG right now.
Yeah.
Should be eventually because Afar is losing all of his eco right here. And let's go. He does not have any army to spare. He lost a lot of army on the hill on top where Doomsday is standing right now. And yeah.
Mhm.
And again, on this side, Transit is getting pushed. There's eagles coming into Transit's base. Your skirms are not going to be able to hold up much longer. Yeah. And also the pockets going into Imperial Age. Bomberman
Okay,
going to
yeah.
Imperial Age. Pretty late, in my opinion. He could have used the market to sell some food and gotten the gold that he. I mean, he could have bought the food at one point,
Yeah, depends.
but he didn't.
Uh,
Yeah.
but I mean, his support with the amount of camels that he had sort of justifies, even if he got to Imperial Age late.
True.
Because with the amount of camels that he had, there's nothing that Fur could really do. So yeah, there we go. GG has
Yeah.
been called.
Yeah. Right.
Oh man, so we have Team Agent going into the finals of the Sultans Cup. Congratulations, guys! And 3-man saw. Sorry.
Yeah. I was just congratulating.
Yeah, so congrats, guys. Doomster, Bomberman, Attila, and Harrenwok, who has stopped playing the game. So,
And on the other hand, we have team 3-man, so we have actually played quite well.
absolutely.
So, yeah, given that they have a very big disparity from the elos that they have, they all have managed to pull themselves together. And
Right. And a massive, change in the way that Core Gamer has played throughout the tournament. So,
yes.
well played, guys. Commiserations, you guys played really well. And hopefully we get to see some of you in the next tournament whenever it's announced. I believe it will be announced during the finals. So, which of course now we have Team Agent going into the finals. They'll be going up against Team Arquebus, which will be a live final, by the way. So that should be a lot of fun. Let's just go with stats here for a second. And yeah, so Attila, oh man, highest military count, the best KD, and yeah, hey, yeah, Agent P. I mean, regardless, yeah, it was just slightly unfortunate, the way you guys got knocked out as well. So yeah, anyways, coming back to the game, we have Attila with the best KD, and apart from that, the economy, okay, fair enough. So got Bomberman with the highest amount of food and gold, makes sense, and yeah, so
Yeah.
technology wise, only Attila actually getting to Imperial Age before the game was
Right.
called.
So he even Bomberman was trailing behind, but he's gonna reach in a few minutes.
Mhm.
So yeah. I believe that Attila winning the water actually helped him a lot because Ranzer couldn't come back into the game after losing so many balls of archers and Feudal.
Definitely.
He was the first guy to go to Feudal. He was the first guy to put the pressure there, but he slipped up slightly into the leaving his army out in the open. So there he lost a lot of archers. Getting caught up.
Yeah, and Transa, I'm so sorry, but I won't be able to go back right now because it's almost close to midnight. On my side, I will personally make sure that I cast your Titanic. So hopefully, just before the finals go live, we will cast this thing of yours that you want to be cast so desperately. And yeah, so GG's guys, and well played. We have Team Agent versus Team Arquebus. The date for the finals will be announced once we get the schedules fixed between Agent and Arquebus. So once these guys are available and they can spare, maybe 4 or 5 hours, because it will of course be a best of seven. So yeah, once these guys can spare enough time, we will definitely announce the date for the finals and the time as well. And thanks, man, Gravity. Thanks for co-casting with me. It was absolute fun casting with you.
Yeah, thanks to you too, man, for organizing all of this.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
doing it all alone, so
Oh
yeah,
man.
thanks to you.
So let me just update the brackets as well because yeah, this is only the I mean this is the last time that I'll be updating the brackets, so might as well just do it right now. And we have let me just show it over here. And yeah, so these are the user brackets. Let me just okay, yeah, fair enough. So you guys can see it here. We have Team Agent who won against Freeman saw 3-1, which means that this is the state of the winner brackets. And you can see here that the finals will be between Team Arquebus and Team Agent. Congratulations to both of you guys for getting to the finals. Uh, Three-man show, I believe, will be getting a prize of 4,500 rupees. I will still need to check and confirm that that's the actual amount, but yeah, I believe it is 4,500 rupees. So congratulations to you guys. And yeah, that's it from us tonight. So it's pretty close to midnight, anyways. And hope you guys had fun. GG's, and yeah, good night.
Good night, guys.
So yeah, let me see who we can read today. Okay, we have Jordan over here. So let's rate him.